Yo, what's up? It's your boy DJ07, and today we're gonna jump into another, like a little deep dive. We're actually approaching May, which is actually AAPI month, and I've been reaching out, right? I've been setting up some things for that particular month, of things to drop and some other interesting information. I'm Korean American, and actually this has deeply impacted my outlook on activism itself from day one, my understanding of things, and this perspective is suppressed, and we're going to talk about that as well, right? There's a lot of things that I'm going to be talking about that are not really talked about in other frameworks. Where it's quite interesting. Let's get to the business. So, first of all, before we get to some of these issues right here, let me just point out some of the differences between my perspective versus the perspective that you probably will, be listening to. Now, does the normal person get to listen to this podcast or this show? No. Okay. If you look at my sub numbers, like I've been on here for like 2-3 years. I've made thousands, almost 1,000 videos now. You know what I mean? And the amount of my outreach is very small, and even though I've been covering a lot of topics and had a lot of leading roles, if you take a look at it, I have more interviews with other candidates than any other YouTuber in the 22 election cycle. I was the first person in the nation to do Force the Vote. I was actually led MPP in Yang Gang to Schumer's doorstep. That's just the beginning of some of my accomplishments. Also got the New York State Disabilities Advocate restored after a month of protesting in City Hall. Had an interview on my channel with the only president of the unionized Chinese restaurant in all of New York City. Right? Yeah, and he knows we've gone back for decades. Mad work. Okay. I had the only third-party independent candidate forums here in New York City for the 21 election cycle for when it was mayor was going on, but no other YouTuber, despite I used to be on this guy called Frank Analysis channel. Recovered it was in it too, part of a group called Power Anthem Network. Then after I, brushed up against some of the elites in the game that were trying to control the narrative, and the difference between myself and these other YouTubers was I'm an activist first and a YouTuber second. And this is very clear from the things that I've accomplished and my know-how in that particular field. But notice that other activists like myself, I'm into some of them right now, like Theo Chino, right? Yeah. Other activists like myself that are really in the game doing things. A lot of activists are not covered. Instead, it's the pundits, it's the party leaders, organizational leaders, and there's aristocracy that forms. So, some of the people that are watching right now, I know that there's probably some Laroussians that are watching. There may be people that are, a lot of people from the communist socialist realm, right, are actually told that I'm a bad guy. Maybe some Koreans will watch this, right? We'll see a lot of leaderships in the Korean American community are also, right, we'll get to it later, but they're actually not very aware of these topics, and they're actually being manipulated and being used to silence me and suppress me. Like Riley Park, we're going to show some of the interactions that I have with that particular guy, and we're going to cover all of this stuff. I'm going to lay it out as much as I can, but for some of y'all, right, I want you to notice that you're going to see some YouTubers out there, and they'll talk about how the Cultural Revolution, right, they don't believe it actually happened, or they believe that it was overblown or something like that. Okay? Because they heard about it in a class, or they, they're pro-socialist, leader of whatever think tank, whatever think group that they're working with, right? Or whatever little echo chamber of, people that be studying books and stuff, right? They actually want to convince themselves that the Cultural Revolution, right? They want to be. There's a lot of pro-Maoists coming out now, even pro-Stalinists. That's a new one, right? Back during my era, Stalin was not very popular. I'm down with any real particular style of, political ideology. Just like in martial arts, right? You'll have boxers, and you'll have maybe Taekwondo, or you'll have Muay Thai, things like that. And people will say, oh, my style is the best. But I really believe it's the practitioner and not the style, right? Just because you are a Taekwondo guy, Taekwondo is known for its kicks, doesn't mean that you might not be really good with your hands. And, it's a living art. So the thing is that as time goes on, right, things can be added to that art form or taken away, right? And, these forms, just like languages, adapt as time goes on. There's new vocabulary entering our language all the time. Internet wasn't a word like 30 years ago, maybe, or was it? How long it's been? Maybe I'm old as crap. Maybe 50 years ago, right? There was no real internet in the normal lexicon of the English language, but now there's all kinds of stuff related to the internet that are now part of our daily language. It's adapting all the time, and our language today is not the same as it was during Shakespeare's era. And all you have to do is read, right, those things, and you can see the obvious differences. So the thing is that, right, I've had some, girlfriends over time, and those girlfriends really were, for the most part, Chinese Americans. The thing is that there's more Chinese here than Koreans. They're They're Asians. They were, a lot of them, sometimes they were, if you take a look at like the nerdy white archetype, right, a lot of them end up with Asian American women, right? I guess they get the leftovers of the pick, and sometimes Asian men are also kind of in a similar category, right, as the nerdy guys, right? So, yeah. Anyways, maybe there was that phenomenon going on. Also, the they may be, just thinking, Asian American men are just more accessible, or some of them were actually from Asia, so they may have been growing up, right, looking at Asian men versus, right, the U.S. counterpart, where many of the Asian Americans brought up here in the U.S., the women are actually very preferential towards non-Asian American men, and there's multitude reasons for that. But that's not what this episode might touch on that, but that's not really. But it's a thing. So, now the thing is that when I was hanging with these Chinese girlfriends, I'd meet their grandparents, right? And so many of them were so deeply affected by the Cultural Revolution. They had like deep, paranoia. They had a lot of fear, and you had to tell that fear came from somewhere. And you'd hear stories about, from the parents about how the grandparents suffered during the Cultural Revolution, and so many, right, stories that were consistent across so many Chinese Americans. This is, it's something that I really believe occurred, and, these, these people that, a lot of them are younger, right, told by their thought leaders that, the Cultural Revolution was this or that, right? Why don't you try speaking to actual Chinese people, right? And see how they feel about it. But they're too smart for that. So, just to also highlight, how deeply this idea of Asian American male incompetence is, I recently went to the Palestinian rally, and I urge you to check out my show with Christopher Leon Johnson. I haven't made a video about that yet. I just too backed up. But the fact of the matter is that I was there, and there's actually several people, once again, I am blackballed by a lot of the aristocratic leaders in the progressive left. It's really sad, but it's true. There are some that recognize my work, but for the most part, right, there's a real concerted effort of narrative management going on by the wealthy people in this particular environment that are pushing back against workers, and we're going to that's a recurring theme of my work. So hopefully you watch some of my stuff. But when I was there, right, the thing is that Palestine and the Korean split, right, these are all like, not saying that there wasn't, we take a look at the Middle Ages and stuff like that, there was Muslims versus, Christians, Jews, that type of thing going on for a long time. But the state of Israel-Palestine was kind of created as a result of World War II, as was the split of Germany, as was the split of Korea, right? The Cold War. All of these things are really products, as far as I'm concerned, of, post-World War II era stuff. And so when I spoke at the Palestinian event, I said, I pointed out some of those similarities. I said, look at what happened to Korea, look what happened to, Palestine, and see the similarities, right? And it's been about 80 years now is this going to be going on for a century? When are we really going to address these issues? But after I finished speaking, right, some people were supportive, but there was also, a couple of people that have been trained to see me as the enemy. Dare to Struggle, Youth Dad, things like that. If you're been watching my work and you're aware of some of the organizations I'm talking about, they're trying to actually cook up Asian American, replacements for myself. I believe this is part of possibly CIA management. We'll be talking about some of those things in a moment. Or it might not even be that. It might be just like industry, but there is a strong desire now they are actually trying to create, from I believe, right, the pressure that I'm having on the system. They know that it's going to be hard to deny me, so they are cooking up their replacements right now. Let's go. I'm ready. Yeah, I have a strong back catalog of work, and it's going to be hard to really match that. You're going to try to create a fake, but the endorsement of other authorities, right, they'll see that, and then they'll see the amount of work that they've accomplished or done, and it'll look weird, right? Another one, KRTD Media, I do believe that's also a strange setup. There was a lady named Sakura Force that was being lined up to be my replacement. Actually, we'll look that up in a moment, right? Let me just put a little note to myself to mention that. There's quite a bit of replacement activism going on, okay? Anyways, so the thing is that when I made the speech right afterwards, some guy said, you need to shut up because you don't know what you're talking about. So I said, wait a minute. I said, who are you? I said, what is your relationship to this? He says, I'm Egyptian. And you know what? I said, okay, Arab Spring, things like that. I do know that Egypt has had some other issues going on. It's going to be one of the most developed, Arabic nations, things like that. They have a lot of, Egypt plays a big role from the Arabic world, but it's not Palestine. It's not. Yeah, actually, out of all the Arabic nations, Egypt is probably one of the strongest in line to be one of the most westernized and all this other things. So it's a thing. By the way, there's also Egyptians, right, that are not black, that do not want to classify themselves as Africans because they know African Americans is considered black, and if they put that on their college application things like that, if they put their African American and they look Egyptian and they're like Arabic looking and not black, they are worried about being considered to be liars on their college applications. There's all kinds of other, so I've been actually, interfacing with Egyptians for a while. So, this was some young kid who's been told by his thought leaders to say FDJL7. All right, man. So I said, wait a minute, dude. I said, there's a whole bunch of white speakers who went on to speak as well at this event. Why are they? I said, are you saying that they're okay, but I'm not? He looked confused for a second, and he said, yeah, they know what they're talking about because they've studied the subject. How does he know I didn't study the subject? But Asian Americans like myself don't like to study? Are we too lazy, ugly, or stupid to be activists, right? Even though we've dominated academics for, 50 years in this country, right? The idea of Asian American incompetence in the field of activism is so strong, and it's really, and I'm just going to tell this to the Palestinian people. I said in my last, on Sunday, I had a episode with Christopher Leon Johnson. I showed that I sent them an email with the email list of every single New York State Assembly member, New York City Council member, New York State Senator, to try to help push for a, assistance as in terms of their work. That's a decent resource right there. I've also documented my work as in terms of defending Palestinians from Andrew Yang and other things like that. I also talked about how the Asian American activism component has really been kind of, I believe, tilted to serve Israeli state interests through Grace Meng, who's a vice chair of the DNC, who regularly votes, who's regularly recognized by Israel, and she's also pro-war in many instances, and how, she's trying to really manipulate the Asian American, movement and redirect it towards serving Israeli state interests. That's a serious claim, but I provided evidence to back that up. No contact back, and there's a lot of derision that, there's a lot of derision that other races have for Asian Americans, white people, black people, the whole progressive left. And they see us as incompetent, they see us as people who haven't suffered, and all kinds of other garbage, right? So, that's real. So, anyways, just want to provide that little background. So let's take a look at, you know, my perspective from being a Korean American, how it's affected my view of understanding Korean Americans' role, reunification, and narrative management, and all this other kind of thing. So I grew up in I was born in the mid 70s, okay, and then, I was growing up during the 80s. That's during the Reagan era. So during that time, you know, some people might be actually, let's go share some stuff on the screen right now. Let's go to the screen. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, this is actually Yeonmi Park with the Asian boss. We're gonna get to talk about Yeonmi Park in a hot second, because actually, but let's talk about, okay, so Korea, Reagan era. Okay, so the thing is that during the Reagan era, there was actually a lot of protests in Korea. Yeah, protests. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Administration officials said reports of, I was going up during this time, said reports from Seoul suggested demonstrations against the government of President Chun had reached a new peak. And actually, there was, there's people going nuts, right? Like a protest in 1980, there was students being thrown down the stairs. Actually, all of the stuff that you hear about Scorpion Unit in Memphis and, riot gear, that really came from the protests going on in Korea, right? People in Korea were going hardcore. Koreans like to be super extreme. And let's take a look. Okay, the Gwangju Uprising, May 18th. This is 1980s. By the way, soon after this was the Olympics, so we're going to talk more about that. But there was, at the National University, who were demonstrating against martial law, were fired upon, killed, raped, and beaten by the South Korean military. There were 2,300 victims, right? Yeah, this was all going on when I was a kid. So I was watching this on the, and I'm just I was born here in these States. So I grew up watching things like, Karate Kid, oh, look, there's an Asian guy, you know what I mean? But I was really brought up as an American. My mom had a lot of negative experiences in Korea. She was born in the aftermath. She was actually alive during the war. She was a child, and she was raised in the aftermath of the Korean War, when all the starvation and the straight, it was crazy, right? All the veterans came back to the States, and they were messed up. But the thing is that they only experienced a fraction of the pain and suffering that Koreans faced, because they got to go home, but that was the Koreans' home, and all the starvation. That's a lot of progressive left people. They want to just pick up and leave those communities, and whatever mess is going on there, they just don't want to look. They just want to look the other way. And as someone who has experienced those types of things, I can tell you how insufficient that is, and the resentment that builds up from that type of treatment. But they don't want to listen to me, right? They want to listen to some other, right? Once again, these young kids, right? Instead of listening to actual Koreans or Chinese people, when they develop their formations about, oh, I'm a Maoist, communist, or, whatever, right? They do this without actually talking to Chinese or Korean people. Without talking to Chinese people. They say they're, now there's people saying that, because they want socialism to work, right? So they actually just, oh, look, there's Kim Jong-un here. U.S. says he's bad, so he must be good. Some kind of weird stuff going on. Once again, not really involving Korean Americans. Now they're cooking up new ones. We're going to talk about that. That's part of the reason why I'm making this show. But you could see over here that, there was some serious... so I was growing up during this time, and I was, as a kid, I was really, I thought America was cool. I'm Korean. I mean, I'm American, so America must be cool. I'm Korean, so Koreans gotta be cool. And when I watch the Olympics, if I saw Koreans winning, I'd feel good about it. I'm sure this happens with other people too, right? If you're Italian American, you watch the Italians doing good at the Olympics, right? And it's better than just some random country, right? Oh, I'm Italian American. Oh, the Italians winning. Oh, that's kind of cool, right? So I would have those thoughts. And there was, so during the 80s, even though you won't hear about it a lot today, right? Yeah, there was some serious stuff going on in Korea during those times. And this was a topic of discussion. The new kids won't know about it, but it was a real thing. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so that was in the 80. That was 1980, right? So I was a young kid, but some of that stuff was still spilling over. Let's take a look when the Korean Olympics was. Korean Olympics. Okay. Now, Korean had the Olympics at what? Okay, let's take the Olympics in Korea. 2018? No, 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 no. There was another one. There was one in the 80s, I think, or 90s. $1988. So the thing is that during the Olympic Games, right? Right, because I was kind of young during the, if we say mid, you know, 70s when I was born. Then the riots were happening when I was 4 or 5, right? Like, I'm able to talk, right? 4 or 5 year olds can talk, and they can understand certain things, but they're not really caught up in watching news stuff like they're watching like Sesame Street or whatever, right? Mr. Rogers. That was my era, right? But the thing is that by the time I'm like 1988, right? So that at that time I'm kind of like maybe 11, 12, maybe 13, right? So, I'm reading the newspaper, things like that, right? Things are starting to really coalesce. I'm watching the Olympics and it's kind of cool that it's happening in Korea. Wow, cool. But during that time, right, I see Korean people holding up signs like Yankee go home. I said, what? I thought Americans are the good guys. What's going on, Ma? What's going on, Dad? What is this weird ass stuff? Why do they hate Americans? I like Korea. My classmates like Korea. Like, now they're okay with me, right? Like, why do they hate us? So that's when it was explained to me, right? Some of the different things that were going on in Korea that kind of like opened my eyes to a more what's going on. So that led to deeper conversations and discussions, and some of those would be, for instance, I would say, why are the Koreans mad? So if you think about it, right, supposedly the U.S. saved South Korea, right, from the horrible economic destruction that happened in the North, right? They're so lucky to have the U.S. there. Oh my God. I got some other things, so let's talk about that for a second, okay? So imagine, look, I'm in New York City, right? And imagine one day Koreans came to the United States and said, you know what? Manhattan and Brooklyn right now, and Staten Island, right? That's South, right? And everybody in the South is cool. And everybody in the Bronx and Queens now, they're the enemy. They're no good. We're going to draw this line, and I don't care if it's your brother or your cousin, right, yeah, who's living across that river right there, you know what I mean, or whatever, right, boundary that we drew right there. They're the bad guys now. Does that make sense to you? Not really, right? And if you look at the history of it, the way that the North Korea and South Korea got split, actually, tell you the truth, let me see if this is even in the, on Google right here, right? Korea negotiations after World War II. Okay, how did actually they agree to split Korea? Was it with any input from the Koreans themselves? Okay, let's talk. Oh my God. Okay, I see Japan here too. I'll talk a little about the history of Japan too. Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So okay, the division of Korea began with the defeat of Japan in World War II. Okay. The leaders reached an understanding that Korea would be liberated from Japan, but would be placed under an international trusteeship until the Koreans were deemed ready for self-rule. In the last days of the war, U.S. proposed dividing the Ukrainian peninsula into 2 occupation zones. The U.S. proposed this split, right? Yeah? With the 38th parallel as the dividing line, the Soviets accepted their proposal and agreed to divide Korea. Now, the fact of the matter is that the U.S. was willing to let Korea go completely. They really was like, we got Japan, we're good, we're set, right? They really kind of like controlled Japan. But, okay, they had gotten half of Germany. So the thing is that when the U.S. diplomat went in, right, he just said, you know what? Why don't we let's just put it on the table. Let's just ask for half. And the Russians said, okay, right? The Koreans were not involved in this decision, right? Some outsiders came in and said, and as a kid, that's how it was explained to me, and that made a lot of sense. I was like, that does make a lot of sense. What is so? From a very early age, I was starting to question right, what was on the TV, right? I would see how, and I saw how myself, right, I had completely believed that U.S. was the good guy, but then I was like, there's something weird going on. So from a very early age, I started to like pay attention and realize that the narrative that they tell you is not always what's actually going on. I'm okay. Once again, the U.S. proposed dividing Korea, right? Thanks a lot. Right now, if they went it all towards the Soviet Union, I don't know if that would have been better or worse. But yeah, right. The United States supported the South. The Soviet Union supported the North. Each government claimed sovereignty over the whole Korean peninsula. This is not actually right anything to do with Korea itself. It's a proxy war. Yeah. Now, just so you know, the way that the Japanese treated the Koreans, holy crap, right? You hear all the, here's another thing. Okay. So the thing is that people know Japanese people for hentai. They know Japanese people for having, like, a lot of Japanese porn is very popular, right? They're super perverted. They are. And the fact of the matter is that during they can be really cruel. Historically so. And the thing is that a lot of people say, oh, the Nazis were so uniquely horrible. What about the Japanese? There's a lot of things that y'all Westerners don't talk about, right? Because if white lives didn't die, then it doesn't really matter. Rape of Nanjing. Okay, wow. Let's take a look at this one. This actually happened more in China, right? Okay. In the rape of Nanjing, the Japanese butchered an estimated 150,000 male war prisoners, massacred an additional 50,000 male civilians, raped at least 20,000 women and girls of all ages, many of whom were mutilated or killed in the process. And what they do is they'd make the brother rape their own sister before they killed them and do all kinds of really, really extreme stuff. Okay? So the thing is that now we don't learn about, right, the Japanese being bad because now the Japanese are under the U.S. control, so there's been a lot of narrative management, and now they don't really want to talk about the crimes of the Japanese, but the Koreans remember. My mother would tell me stories about how the Japanese would say, we're going to have a meeting in the church today. All the Koreans get together in the church. They'd all go into the church. They'd nail the doors shut, then they'd burn the whole church down. This was a normal occurrence. Yeah? So, if Asian lives die, never forget, right? Yeah, never forget the Holocaust. They don't give a shit about Nanjing. They don't give a shit about Korean lives. Let's be real, yeah? And I could talk about, the starvation that happened. And we'll get to that, yeah? Anyways, so there's a lot of, from a very young age, right, I saw a lot of this hypocrisy, a lot of how, there was justice for some people, but not justice for others. And this is an ongoing thing. We're going to take a look at how this relates towards today's stuff, right? How this is going on, who's getting to talk, right? All this other weirdo stuff. So, this is on historyplace.com, okay? And once again, can you really trust all this information? I don't even trust this stuff, right? But, rape of Nanjing, look that up, okay? Definitely worth looking up, okay? Western media doesn't want to talk about it. Okay. Now that that's out the way, let me talk about another reality that is also, so some other realities about Koreans. So the thing is that Koreans are super extreme. They're just extreme people. They love to experience things. They actually have a very high rate of stomach cancer because they love to eat spicy food. That wasn't really introduced, right? People know about kimchi being spicy. It wasn't really spicy until the Westerners came and really introduced cheap peppers from Mexico, right? And that's something that's interesting, right? So a lot of people, what people know as Korean food, they know kimchi as being spicy. That's a westernized kimchi. Did you know that? No? Haha. Nope. I didn't know that either until very late in my life, yeah? Let's take a look at some extremes, what Korea is, right? Korea literacy rate. Right? They have the highest literacy rate in the world. Okay? South Korea literacy rate was 98.8%, 0.83 increase from 2008, right? Yeah. Literacy levels among Koreans are falling while they had, let's see, ranking. Are they still number one? They were number one for a while. Okay. Oh, what? Okay. Argentina has the highest literacy rate, and then wow, they used to be the highest. Okay. I guess now they're second. I guess they're second. Yeah. But just after World War II, you can see, according to the Borgen project over here, it says South Korea's literacy rate was a meager 22% after World War II. But then right after, right, yeah, it went to 98%. Wow, it went so hard, yeah? So hard they went towards, they are super extreme, yeah? How do you go from 22% to 90 something percent? Yeah, wow. There's cultural reasons for that as well. Um, but you know they are what is it? Also, they're like very highs in terms of people know them for their um, high levels of a. Oh, I think they have the lowest birth rate. Birth rate, yeah, birth rate ranking. I think that Japan has a very low rate, but actually they are beat by yeah. Uh, the figure is the lowest among countries in the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, which had an average rate of 1.59. And far below 1.6 for the United States and 1.33 Japan. The South Korean capital Seoul logged the lowest birth rate of 0.59. Half, right? Japan is known as having a population crisis, but Korea is actually right half of that. South Korea records the world's lowest fertility rate again. Okay, Koreans go all out. Okay, they had long history of they're called the Hermit Kingdom. Okay, and they go super extreme on everything. So. You gotta study, you go all the way, yeah? You're right, all the way, yeah? And people know that about my activism, it's just maybe I'm just, have this something in my genes, right? Yeah, go all the way, right? Also, so my upbringing was to go all the way, all or nothing. Yeah, that's the Korean mentality and lifestyle. It's just an extreme culture, they had a lot of poverty for a long time. And, they gotta go all the way to really make it through those times, yeah? So the thing is that it's just good to understand Koreans from that particular aspect, right? And so it's either like second place is first loser. This mentality is very common in Korea, and that unfortunately leads to look. You'll see me on my channel sometimes complaining about the way that in this country Asian American men are really kind of face a lot of discrimination. But to tell you the truth, in growing up Korean American, just from my experience, the way that women were treated in Korean American culture or in Korean culture was kind of shitty. Um, women would have some control in the household, but they were definitely considered to be second-class citizens to the men. Just from what I saw, just in my family, maybe that was just an old-time thing. That hierarchy, right? That's Confucian hierarchy was very, very prevalent. Okay, so the thing is that let's go back talking about Korea, CIA involvement, management of the narrative, and all this other thing. So when I was a kid, right, I'll be like, wait a minute, the U.S. is the good guys. I'm from the U.S. I like my life here. I like Koreans. I want it to be that way. Like what's going on, with all this stuff. And I would ask, we went to where were other Korean Americans at? The Korean American church, right? We know that there's a lot of segregation, and it wasn't like there was Korean American like social clubs where I was at or anything like that, right? It really, the church kind of became that community organization. That's true for many. There's a lot of discrimination. There's a lot of segregation in the churches, right? You have black churches, white churches. You're and there are multi-denominational churches that tend to be a little bit less segregated, but there is this phenomenon, right, of segregation in the churches. Y'all know it's true, right? So there are Korean American churches, and at the Korean American churches, they could get the sermons done in Korean, right? So a lot of people who were more comfortable with Korean it's understandable, right, why they would actually go to that particular. It was a place for the Korean community to get together. I'd ask people there. Sometimes my parents would have like a friend come over. I would have aunts and uncles, and it was an existential question for me. So I would ask them, what's going on? And a lot of times they would say, this was a pretty much recurring answer, right? I'd say, why doesn't the U.S. go in and save, right? Yeah, they see the U.S. getting involved in other conflicts around the world. if the South Koreans, are the good guys and the North Koreans are the bad guys, right, or whatever it is, right? If the North Koreans have this kind of oppressive dictatorship, why doesn't the U.S. save the North Koreans, right? Why is this going on? And answer that we'll get regularly from my family, from people at the church, right? Multiple people, right? And this, when I was a kid, they were probably like in their 40s, 50s, so they're probably like cycling out now. They're probably like in their 80s, 90s. Most of them are going to be dying real soon. So I'm one of the few ones to really carry on this knowledge, and I'm happy to do so. But a lot of them would say, who's really got the power in this world? It's the United States, right? Say, yeah. And they'd say, if the U.S. really wanted, right, things to change in that region, they'd be changed, right? And I had to say, kind of makes sense right there. It does make sense, right? You hear about the U.S. making assassination attempts against Castro and other things like that. They can actually whack out people if they want to, right? They could. You see in the, Iran, Iraq, right, which didn't happen that long afterwards. You see them sending like bombs directly like down chimneys and stuff. They can be very precise with these kinds of hits. They could even blow up a city, right, if they needed to. But no, it's an excuse for the U.S. military to keep, right, a large amount of their warships in the Pacific region. And let's take a look at another thing, okay? The thing is that the South Korean government, right, you can see those people who are fighting against the South Korean government. Every single Korean president in history, South Korea, right, South Korea is so good, right? Okay, let's take a look at that one. Okay, oh my goodness, yeah, my camera's leaning. Okay. Okay, let's take a look, okay. Okay. Give me a second, okay. South Korean president. Jail. Okay. Every single, right, South Korean president in history of the Korean government, as far as I know, has been prison, jailed, this kind of thing, right? Yeah, right. 20-year jail term, ex-leader, right? Yeah, they're all going to jail one after the other. Even like this famous, the first female president, all this other thing, right? Yeah. Half of all living former South Koreans are now in prison. He will join his successor. Yeah, I think every single one of them, right? Maybe the living ones are there, but yeah, it's just been a big mess. It's been a big mess, yeah? So if you think that South Korea is so much better than North Korea, yeah, actually, as in terms of like a lot of people that I talk to, right, the South Korean government's really a puppet of the CIA. That's what a lot of people believe. Actually, I have some friends that are from Taiwan too. They say that the Taiwanese government also puppet of the U.S. government. Maybe the people in Africa think similar things. Yeah, there's a lot of this kind of activity going on. I don't know if y'all saw that from Afghanistan, right, when the plane took off and people were jumping on the plane, they were falling off and stuff. The U.S. installs the leaders that they want, and they're disposable. And they come and they go, and that's what it is. So that's my opinion of, right, generals. So the thing is that so we're moving to AAPI month, and the thing is that next week there's actually this thing on the 29th, I think it is. There's going to be something by this group called No Tool, which is actually been around for decades here in New York City, and I've been talking to the leadership recently, and they've actually shut me out, and this is really sad. And I'm going to show actually towards the end of this video the communications I've had with them, the tweets that I've sent to them, and show the fact that they're not right. They had a little bit of conversation, but anytime that I asked them for something real, it's not happening. I asked them for I have footage of me going to their event, and maybe I'll show some of that as well too. It's going to be kind of a longer episode. It's for people that are really concerned about this. Most casuals won't have the patience to watch through all of this, and that's why the bullshit persists, right? Because people don't have the time to really examine. They only want to have a surface view, and that's why people That's the United States, right? It's all about fast food. It's about give me what I want now. I want some quick satisfaction, whether it's good for me or not, right? I don't have the patience. I want my fix in 2 minutes. I don't have the patience. Give me what I want, and I'm getting out. Whether it was right or wrong, that's what you're gonna have to deal with. Welcome to America. There you go. Yeah. So a lot of people won't have patience to watch this. This is for the people that do have the patience, the people that actually care. I'm going to document what's going on for the reality, for the people for the truth seekers out there. Okay? So let's go to check out. Okay. So the thing is that there's this lady named Yeonmi Park, and she's recently featured on this thing called Asian Boss. And Asian Boss has some dope ass videos. But we're gonna take a look, okay? I've been making a lot of stuff going on. And the thing is that when we take a look at Asian Boss, are they supported by CIA? Maybe, maybe not, right? You can see that North Korean spies, like, they got some decent access. How Orden Wambler suddenly died after North Korea. I appreciate them, right? There's a sudden surge in Korean stuff. I've been making a lot of trouble out here. I really do think they're trying to, the people behind the scenes know that I have some possibility of catching on fire here. They know that I have some decent points that are hard to negotiate or manage, and they're doing their best to hold me off until they can go ahead. I'm gonna document all of this, yeah? I'm gonna upload it, I'm gonna send it to it, and the line that Electrician's talking about, I don't give a damn. My life is not really gonna have too much, and if this is what I get to do with my life, let's go. I'll reveal the truth. I'm gonna do it, damn it. You know what I mean? I don't care. Anyways, yeah. So the thing is that Yeonmi Park over here, the woke culture. We're gonna talk about that. That's also gonna come up later. But the thing is that you have introduction of Yeonmi Child's in North Korea, right? Human trafficking in China, right? And this is actually, Yeonmi is actually, I would say, the highest profile person from North Korea who's talking about what's going on. And the thing is that we need to listen to people that are actually, once again, right, that Egyptian dude who said the white people studied it, right? Yeah, studied from what books, right? The books that have been manipulated by, state governments all over the world, right? The state governments that never taught me about the suffering that Koreans faced. I had to learn that from my parents. And if you're Egyptian or if you're Palestinian or Arabic, right, you should be asking what I'm saying is true, right? Like, the narrative management that goes on, if you're from Eritrea, right, or if you're from any other, right, yeah, Taiwan, right, yeah, if you're from, right, any of these, right, these Vietnam, any of these other countries that have a lot of the narrative managed, it should what I'm saying is not really. I've talked to people from different countries quite a bit and shared notes, and this is not uncommon. It's kind of like a known thing. It's just not talked about by any of these media figures that you're going to see that are blowing up. Anyways, yeah, so the thing is that Yeonmi Park, right, she's actually has, right, what Yeonmi first thought of the U.S., right, and this is actually kind of, I would say, a milquetoast interview. I'm not mad at it, right? I think that Asian Boss is actually worth subscribing to. I think that they have some interesting takes. But if I type in Yeonmi Park, right, and lies, right, because the thing is that she's been controversial for some time, and actually the noted tool, right? Actually, I'm about to bring them up in a moment, but let's look at this first. Okay, so the thing is that I don't want to completely down Yeonmi Park. There's other reasons, right? Because I've talked to a lot of people that have been traumatized by a lot of different issues, right? I've been homeless since the age of 16 because of the violence that I experienced at home due to the war in Korea, which nobody talks about. Yeah. Right? People don't want to talk about this one. If all these veterans got messed up by the war, right? There's gonna be people just like myself from my era, who was brought up in extremely violent Korean households, who are gonna. This should ring some bells, and that's my main audience right there, as well as other people from other countries who can relate to this type of reality, right? By the way, there's also I know that some of my people don't like Sebs. There's one named Doom's Dungeon, but she's actually, look, no one's perfect here, okay, guys, right? You're not perfect either, all right? But being from Eritrea, she actually experienced extreme violence. When she even sees people playing Call of Duty, when she hears guns going off, she feels very traumatized by it because she saw a lot of violence when she was growing up. It's a traumatic experience, for real. Anyways, yeah. So the thing is that Yeonmi Park, right? We could see that there's people saying that she's a liar 4 months ago, 7 months ago. This actually goes back right 3 years ago. The curious case of Yeonmi Park investigating the claims of celebrity defector, Cunning Witch using deceptive tears. That's 2 years ago. And then we see that it actually goes. I think there's one even as far back as 5 years ago. Why do North Korean defectors keep changing their stories? 5 years ago, right? This guy from Tennis Purist. So the thing is, right? Not trusting anything, right? But we can see, right? Radio Free Asia. Is she a right-wing grifter? Okay, we're going to talk about that in a second, right? Which also is when people call her a CIA plant, right? There's some weird things going on with that. We'll look at that too in a moment, right? With different possibilities in that. But Asian boss, right? Let's be real, okay? It's so annoying to watch these authorities always deny, oh, I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know. But, they don't know shit, but somehow they get to the top of the game, right? No, they get to the top of the game because they know shit, okay? So that's a chance they have 3.5 million subscribers and nobody emailed them about Yeonmi Park, right? Yeah? It's not like they just started covering North Korea yesterday, right? Yeah, you could see them 3 weeks ago. They're creating quite a bit of content on this, right? They gotta know, okay? People even tell me, right? Yeah, I'm a little guy. I know about it, and they don't. Come on. Okay, whatever. I mean, a lot of people say Yeonmi Park is fake. Okay, now, from myself, having talked to people with a lot of traumatic experience, I've dealt with a lot of people. I've been homeless. I spent a lot of time around other people that have been homeless myself. That have been homeless, and the trauma that they face, right? It could lead to these kinds of things, right? Also, she does expose as a fraud, Jason Unruh, right? Yeah, that's 8 years ago. This is not an unknown thing, right? But then you could see that also she's starting to get pushed on valuetainment, right? And she's getting really. It's almost as if, right, Yeonmi Park's being pushed. And, right, when they're being pushed by some of these larger outlets, they are not questioning her. Let's actually just do a search for Yeonmi Park right now, because I swear recently there's been a push for her, and I do think that she is being used by the right wings. Finds her narrative convenient, but there's multiple things going on. So okay, Yeonmi Park is there. So now we see 2 months ago, right? She's appearing on Flagrant. Korean rats doing dating black guys. Okay, let's talk about. We're gonna get to that in a moment, right? Her. Okay, just typed in Yeonmi Park, right? The first thing popped up are these negatives. Wow, first her channel coming up, that's nice. Then these negatives pop up. It's known. Once again, I'm not as ready to jump on she's all bad. Not ready to jump on she's all good either. As someone who, like myself, right, who is a consumer of, wants to know about what's going on in Korea. Someone who's just a passing person, right? Let's actually look at another New York City local who's not having me on his show. I'm blackballed from his show, which is disgusting and wrong, right? Yeah. Wait, 7 days ago she's on the Sean Ryan show. She's on. Well, she recently also released a book, right? But she's actually on a tour, Tabernacle. That's 1 year ago. Okay. Recently, right? She's also an Asian Boss. Recently, she's actually had quite a few appearances recently. She started to rise in the stuff. Okay. Oh, Lex Freeman 1 year ago. Okay. But recently, right, she has a book come out, and she's. Is there a way to sort by date? Tough. The algorithm plays a lot of games. So annoying. Yeah. So annoying to try to get the truth. Let's see when the Asian Boss story was. It wasn't that long ago. Okay. That was 2 months ago, right? 2 months ago I saw like a rise in Yeonmi Park stuff going on, yeah? I wish there was a way for me to really see that, yeah? Okay. So, gender pronouns at Columbia University, right? She's actually talked about her experience at Columbia University and how the woke stuff was going on. She also has on her channel, she's actually confronting Biden. That's interesting, right? Biden is right now the head of the country, And she's actually, if people say the left people are in charge right now, right? Having an, oh, she talked about, I think I have one of these things, but she talked about how Biden, um, Afghanistan or something. Yeah, let's take Afghanistan. Okay. North Korean defectors thought on Biden's most heartless betrayal, Afghanistan. Wow. Wow, okay? That's serious. So I would think that a video like this would compromise U.S. intelligence interests. What do you think? So they might control some of her message, or they might be influencing some of her message. They might be determining that she's one that gets to be somebody. But there's also, right, some signs that, you know, look, if you've also a lot of these people who are middle class, they like to make up these stories about how the government is completely controlling everything. But from being an actual poor person, seeing how dysfunctional our government is, knowing how crappy they are at rolling out services, they might try to do one thing, but then to actually deliver that actual package is much more difficult, because along the chain of command, there's going to be, you're like the game of telephone, right? Even if everybody in the chain, right, wants to do the right thing, by the time it reaches the end person who's interacting, there's things get turned all around. So the chances that they'll be able to actually control every single part of her thing, right? Maybe we could make up that, maybe they're letting her do this to have higher credibility. Anything's possible, but really, and I don't doubt that there is. She, in her own show, I encourage you to watch it, right? And check out all the sources, right? She actually admits to having some contact with South Korean intelligence. She actually, after she left North Korea, she actually got a spot on South Korean entertainment, okay, as some kind of actress. And there's a lot of people that are pulled from that world into this kind of, they're the ones who are going to get sought out by intelligence agencies, right? Are the intelligence agencies? I know there's people out there that's saying Ed's a Fed, you know what I mean? That's my, I'm Alpha 7, right? DG Alpha 7 the Fed, all this CIA plant. Y'all mad funny. First of all, right? You see how long I've been in the game, right? Could they let it? First of all, why would they choose an asset like me? Okay, you believe what you want, but for real, right? Like if I was an asset, right? Would they really allow me to just continue on like this with no support, getting suppressed like crazy, right? Despite all my accomplishments. Maybe anything's possible, right? But I would be one of their last choices, right? Look at who gets. The people that are getting support from channels that don't really make sense or stuff like that, those are the ones I would watch first and trust last. But people are using those authority figures to cut me down, right? Yeah? Or the millionaire bosses, aka Dare to Struggle. I was talking about Kelly. I don't know if you're going to watch this. Probably not. Yeah, you fad, right? With your multiple agencies all around the country, right? Boston, your Tenacious Savvy Sabs and Jimmy Dore. Come on, man. Yeah? But, the people who are, the sub-bosses were, being lined up as who get to be somebody, right? All they got to do is keep their mouths shut about one or two things, right, that don't make sense, and they'll get to be the next one. So they do it, So that's really, there's a lot of tricks, there's a lot of ways to manage the narrative, and these are some of the tactics that I'm certain are being used. Anyways, yeah, so let's continue on. So the thing is that Yeonmi Park over here, let's also take a look at her idea of woke, where you can see that they're using that. Now you can see that I brought up a lot of, 2 months ago, right, woke college students, professors claim victimhood. She's on Megyn Kelly, right, on the woke tyranny, right. After this woke stuff came out, right, she started to really get picked up by the right-wingers. So the right-wingers see her as useful for their narrative, and we see that Asian Boss also follows within this particular category, right? They follow this their interview. If I go to the
hey everybody, welcome.
Stephen Park. That's a Korean name, by the way. Okay, introduction of Yeonmi. I'm gonna read out the chapters. Yeonmi's childhood in North Korea, human trafficking in China. This is her usual talking points. Isolation from North Korean society, and then over here they talk about Yeonmi's infamous UN speech and how it changed her life. Her first book and reception in the U.S. Woke culture and elite university in the U.S., right? This is Stephen Park is playing into this narrative right here, which okay, not right. I would ask questions about what's going on with can you explain some of the inconsistencies in the story and give her a chance to answer to the problems there, right? But Stephen Park's choosing not to do that. Go ahead, man. You know what I mean? That's your choice, right? Yeah, I get that. If you bring on someone who and then question their narrative, right? Maybe you have your own ideas or behind the scenes, right? Who knows what's going on, right? But if CIA is contacting someone, trust me, they're contacting Asian Boston. Not they're gonna contact the number one, number two guys in the game. And by the way, let's talk about another phenomenon that happens. The fact of the matter is that I'm American, and let's talk about this Chinese show over here called Serpenzade. Now the thing is that when I actually am learning, right, as a Korean American, I want to know about my people. I want to know about what's going on. I want to know, I really, right, how am I going to find out about this stuff? So I go to YouTube, I type in, like, what's going on in China. And this guy's actually the longest, YouTuber, right, from China. He's a white guy, right? And unfortunately, I speak English. I don't speak Korean. And a lot of so also the the, um, the cultural differences between Korea and America are extreme. I think that actually Yeonmi Park talks about there's like some like humor in Korea versus the U.S. Try reading some Korean comic books, right? Especially the older ones that are less westernized, right? Like coming from my parents' era. You read the comic and you're like, this isn't even funny. But the Koreans get it because they're from a completely different culture and a humor like background. What's funny to them is not funny to you and vice versa. So the thing is that the references, I'm not very Korean, right? My mom had a lot of negative experiences in Korea. She didn't really like Korea. She wanted her kids to be American. And I get it, right? She had horrible experiences in Korea, right? So I end up watching guys like this. Now, honestly, this guy over here there are people who say that he's a CIA agent, and I believe that too, which is weird, right? The thing is that he's actually worked for the Chinese, right, high-ranking officials that were engaged in sexual abuse of people and stuff like that. So he also has a strange history himself. No one's perfect in this game, but I can't really watch like Chinese language programs to understand what's going on in China because I don't really understand Chinese. What I end up doing is I just consume as much content as I can and try to see what lines up and what doesn't. Try to see what's consistent and what's inconsistent, and that's what I can do. So the people that say, Yeonmi Park's lying, and it's very possible. There's very possible that she's lying about some of the things. Is she lying about everything? There's possibly some truths slip through here and there, and I want to know everything, and I'm gonna look at all the content, try to understand what's going on, and then also, right, listen to other narratives as well. We're going to talk about some of the other narratives, which is very interesting, right? See who's talking to whom, where the connections are. This is actually why this is actually going to be a very cool episode, because I'm going to dig into this in the way that others won't, yeah? With a level of depth that the others won't, okay? So, yes, is it very possible that, once again, right, I said that the South Korean government is controlled by the CIA, or very highly influenced by them, and if South Korean intelligence, right, is probably working very close with U.S. state intelligence. Remember, the Ukrainians are blowing the Russians up like crazy. Mainly, it's the U.S., right, with their military gear and their intelligence that's supplying Ukraine. It's really the U.S. versus Russia, but they're using Ukraine as a proxy war. This is obvious to me, okay? Maybe people want to believe it, don't believe it, whatever, yeah? I don't believe the news that's coming from over there, but just the fact that, that using other countries as a proxy war, this is very common for what the U.S. does. So, to me, there's really no question about that. All this other stuff about, like, these people are Nazis or this other thing, but I don't believe a damn word of anything, yeah? I know how much the U.S. manipulates the information, about how little, people from the U.S. actually know about Korea. Why would they know more about Ukraine? I don't believe that for a second. Not for a second, yeah? But you can if you want to, right? Yeah, you don't have to listen to other war victims, like people from Palestine, right, where Egypt or Vietnam. You don't gotta listen to those people. Listen to that white person in your thought leader classroom saying that Mao Zedong's great and the Cultural Revolution is made up. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, man. I hope that some of y'all are trying to see through the hypocrisy and the. I dare you to talk to some Chinese people about the Cultural Revolution, especially the older ones. I dare you to do that. Okay. Talk to a bunch of them. Yeah, don't just talk to one or two and be like, oh, Ed was right, Don't believe me, right? Don't believe them. That's the difference also, right? Your bosses are going to say, don't talk to Ed. Don't listen to him. He's a bad guy. Right? Yeah, don't listen to anything he says. There's, right? Maybe some things I say are right. Maybe some things I say are wrong. That's probably true. I'm not going to get everything right. But guess what? Your bosses aren't getting everything right either. Stop deifying them. Stalin, Marx, they're from another era, man. Yeah? Trotsky, this, whatever, this style, right? Yeah? Oh, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is the best style in the world. It's undefeatable. I bet you I could find some dude who just started Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, right? And I could find some dude who's been doing some other martial arts for a long-ass time, right? Yeah, just a better fighter, better conditioned. They'll beat that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy's ass. Yeah. Right? Not all schools, and also, right, you might say, oh, they don't represent style until they're a black belt. I bet you I could find some schools, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts are better than other schools, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts. It's just gonna happen, okay? That's why, people that are brought up inside of, like, these classroom environments to believe that this is right, this is wrong, this is good, this is bad. This is a very simplistic view. This style is better than that style. Academia does this a lot, yeah? And to my friends from the anarchist world, right, who have been influenced by these academics that are kind of like invading the anarchist world, no, stop that, okay? And, I have a lot of sympathy to anarchism because anarchism really attracts people that have been screwed over the most. In the homeless community, right, yeah, people that were squatting, stuff like that, right there. Back when I was upstate, right, I ran into these people, and they really, they've seen the government hurt them so much that they just stop believing in it. So being homeless, that's who that's who's around me. That's just my environment, right? Not saying that perspective is perfect, because it's not, right? But it's a valuable perspective and one that's traditionally unlistened to. And I would look around, and you'll see that my activism, I help people with disabilities, people who are poor, the homeless, right? Yeah, the other people that I was with, who I saw who really needed help, who wasn't getting help. Trans community, once again, all the people that just faced, being homeless was bad enough, but I saw other people around me who was also homeless that had it worse than me, right? People with disabilities. Some people with disabilities were able to do better, right? Because they were able to really leverage their disability to really get some help. But the ones who were hurting the most were the ones who weren't able to, communicate as well with the outside world. The ones who you hear about least are the ones who need the most help, really. So I go out and I look for them. I know that they're not going to be easy to find. But once again, our society likes to have this kind of McDonald's, fast food culture where if it's not easy, it's not worth doing. Yeah, that's the danger of, that's why a lot of people want to just give money to charities and stuff. They don't want to actually learn about the problems or spend their time, figuring out the problems. They just want to give the money to somebody and feel good. And just like fast food, it can be in the short term satisfying, but in the long term it can have serious debilitating health effects. Yeah. Hey, you don't believe me? That's the American way. Yeah, I know that. Anyway, let's go on. So the thing is that Yeonmi Park. Okay, so the thing is that I actually went to go and I actually emailed Yeonmi Park. Let me actually see if I can bring that up. Oh, okay, let's bring this up. Okay. Oh, the People's Forum. They're about to fly a whole bunch of people up to Cuba. They got some people going to. The People's Forum also hosts No to Tools events, which is interesting. And wow, there's so much things to say about that one. Okay, let me bring up in my sent folder and see what's going on. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, so sent. Okay. So the thing is that Yeonmi Park, I've sent her an email. Oh, let me see if I can. Okay, Voice of North Korea, Voice of NK. Okay. Oh, look at this. Okay, so here we see right. I have an email. I sent this to. Okay, let's take a look right here. Okay. I sent this to info. Now, people, if you're on your cell phones, I'm sorry, right? You're gonna have to look at this on a big screen. Let me see if I can make this even bigger. Okay. Okay, it's. I wish I could increase the font. Yeah. Okay, I really can't though. Okay. Info to Asian American Federation. Info at KACFNY. That's Korean American. I think Christian Families, New York. New York. Info at Asian American for Education. Theo Chino. That's Voice of NK. This is actually Yeonmi Park. Noda Tool. Julie Won, Linda Lee, right? Other Korean American first legislators here in New York City. Input Asian American for Education.org. My co-host Stephen, my friend Stephen Lee, who uncovered police corruption in Flushing, and Fulton, the former what is it? The captain of the Yang Gang in Manhattan, New York City. Asian American leader. He's pretty cool, but he's scared to talk to me. Oh well, sorry, Fulton, man. Yeah. Still got love for you. I know that you have your heart in the right place, man. I know you're scared to talk to me. Whatever, man. I met you. Out of all these people, you're probably one of the best ones. Yeah, but anyways, look. So the thing is that here, I invited them to this Asian American Pacific Islander conference first weekend in May, and I asked them to participate with me. Now the thing is that the funny thing, I also encouraged them to run for county committee. Right. I hope we can set up a conference in May for AAPI month. Unfortunately, running for county committee petitions. I also talked about running for county committee and mobilizing our community. You'll see me doing a lot of work with the with blacks on black issues, and you'll see me getting help from black people. You won't really see me getting a lot of help from Asian Americans. A lot of the ones that they're controlled a high amount, and also in Asian American society, there's a high level of hierarchical thinking. Confucian. When we take a look at China, right, you have Confucianism and Zen, either following the hierarchy or coping and learning to deal with other people's oppression. And dissident thought has been highly destroyed over millennia. This is no accident, okay? So let me just check the chat right here, by the way, see if there's anybody in. Hierarchy. Okay, one watching. Okay, nobody's watching. That's okay, yeah? I don't expect anyone to watch, like I said. I'm highly suppressed. A lot of these other Asian American organizations, on purpose, are not talking to me despite my achievements. And all I can do is document it, yeah? Okay, there's a lot of money and even possibly, right, yeah? Remember that I could say CIA involvement. Remember, I even said even if they are involved, right, the level at which they're able to really, provide a, uniform application of their ideas or concepts is going to be shoddy. It can't really. It's very hard to roll out, right, this level of control. You have to have extreme coordination, and it's not easy for them to coordinate like that, especially at a large level. So that's just from my experience of dealing with government organizations and all this other thing, yeah? Oh, look at this. Okay, Wuhan Institute of Virology, Serpentine lived in China for 14 years and was firstborn YouTuber. Yeah, he was. Lai was second lived there 10 years ago. Exactly. Serpentine, right, he was one of the first ones out there. And as a young Asian American guy who wanted to learn about what was going on in Asia, I got, right, and actually, that is something that's talked about, how Asian Americans, right, that are born in America actually comprise a large amount of Serpentine's viewers. There's a lot of Asian Americans just like myself, yeah? You won't get to hear about our perspective, but I'll carry that. I know there's a lot of people out there like myself. For real, yeah? You'll see me at the events, right, such as the Trump indictment, where I actually recorded Asian Americans, saying that, all the Asian Americans are on the other side. There's a lot of, lefty leaders, righty leaders who trying to spin this for their own reasons. I don't, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm here to capture the Asian American experience. So It's just a fact. So, all right, let's go back and take a look at we just showed the email, right, where I was talking to them and trying to get together something now. The fact of the matter is that none of them are really replying. Now, there's another, actually, this is part of a series on my channel. Let me go back to my channel over here and show you. I actually show emails that I sent to other Korean American leaders in the space, right? And there's something quite an interesting phenomenon occurred. Let me see, actually. Let me see. Let me just type in the word Korea here. Okay, dive into the North Korea rabbit hole from a Korean American perspective. So the thing is that in this video, I actually show that let's look at this other guy. Okay, so I was talking about the flame. Let's talk about Flames of Liberation. Okay, so there's actually another. Is it Flames of Liberation or something like that? Okay. This guy was actually. Oh, okay, here he is. Yeah. So this guy's actually, I believe he's Syrian. He might not be. I gotta check again. He's from New York City, right? Yeah. He cannot have me on his show. Sure, okay. Yeah, people call him a CIA plant. Who knows? We'll keep our eyes open to anything's possible. Okay? I'll just share with you what I know, right? Right, even I could be, right? But look at the things you gotta see, like, what makes sense and what doesn't, right? So this guy used to be cool with the whole, right, Door faction, and then recently he's kind of turned on them, I guess. He's been kicked to the side. Let's take a look, okay. Yeah, so he's taking on Caleb Maupin, and now they're calling him a CIA plant, whatever. Okay, sure, whatever. But anyways, this guy, right, one thing that's interesting, though, is he actually had this guy, Dr. Dermot Hudson, who's from actually the UK, and, let's look at this over here. What? Okay. It's like Jung something, Dr. Dermot Hudson, okay. Juche 0071? Oh, Sungwon 007, okay. Sungwon, okay, I would type in Jungwon or something. Yeah, okay, yeah, I typed in Jungwon. It's Sungwon. Okay, my bad, okay. Look, and there's a lot of these crazy names, yeah? What is this guy? Think he's like the James Bond of North Korea or something? You know what I mean? It's real weird. Anyways, so you can see over here that this guy posts up these videos, and they really, really kind of feel like North Korean propaganda. Like, if you were like kind of thinking about like what does North Korean propaganda look like, you would say these videos. And have these videos changed? Okay, I remember some other videos being up here. Right, one thing that's weird is like I did send the video, and just to summarize what happened in that video was, you see this guy has only about 2,000 subscribers. He's got only like, a couple, maybe 100, 200 views, right? So I sent him an email. I sent also Yeonmi the email as well too, right? Yeah. I sent other, people the email, and I get these read receipts. So that should be in the video. And the thing is that in the video, right, the thing is that you would think that North Korea would want to propagandize. You would think that they would want to actually gain a foothold anywhere they could and actually get their word out. But according to my email read receipts, which you can't count on 100% because it can be faked, but apparently this guy never opened my email. How many people are contacting this guy to ask him, right, yeah, you want to come on the show, blah, 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 right? And instead, he actually went on this other guy, Flame of Liberation show twice. Multiple times. But I even told him, like, look, my mother's from North Korea, blah, 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 right? Yeah, he's not coming on my show. A little bit weird. Tribute to Marshal Kim Jong-un on his birthday. Yo, for real, right? Where's the more, Kim Jong-suk? I don't even know what this is. Okay. Watch the videos. I hope they're not changing. Exterminate the pro-Japanese traitor. Yeah, there's a lot of unhappiness Japan that's not talked about by the Western media, yeah? So it really feels like North Korean propaganda, for real, KFA Greece to the KFA UK online anti-US rally. Not really sure what this is, okay? But this guy never opened the email, but Yeonmi Park opened up my email right away. And that's her business, whatever, maybe it's her manager, I don't know. That was... Yeonmi has what? Does she have? I think she was about 1 million subscribers. And then she's over 1 million subscribers. If there's anybody who doesn't have time to open my emails, I would think it would be Yeonmi Park. No, okay. The read receipts show that she opened my email first. The very first out of anybody. Didn't respond. A lot of people look at my sub numbers. They say not worth my time. She's an Asian American activist. I'm a Korean American activist as well, right? Yeah. Look. There's other people contacting like Asian boss people that, it would make. I get it, right? There's a reason why. There's much more defensible reasons why she might overlook me, right? But it's weird that this guy, once again, let's go with this Flame of Liberation guy, right? And notice that Flames of Liberation, right? Even though he's taken on the Jimmy Dore faction, whatever. Even he cannot have me on his show at all, right? Yeah, the Flame of Liberation. Okay, how many times has that Song on 007 guy come on his show? And why are they listening to white guys talk about Korea, right? Yeah. Okay, let's look at his. Let me see. Song on 007. He's been on there twice. Yeah. Right? Twice. 7 months ago and 3 months ago. I saw him on the first time, right? And then I contacted this Dermot Hudson guy right away. I was like, yo, I want to find out about Korea. I want to see what's going on. What's up, bro? Never talked. So why is he talking? But he's talked. Since that time, he talked to Flame of Liberation for a second time. Isn't that a little weird? It's weird to me. Weird to me, yeah? You know what? Let me just send him an email right now. Oh, he took it down? What? He used to have his email up here. He took it down? Oh, that's... What? It was Juche 007 or something. Yo, this is some weird-ass shit, right? Like, I just want to document this. Like, what's going on? What is going... Well, let's go to that... No, my bad. Okay, that's Flame... Okay, that's why. Okay, someone's... Yeah, I think his email's still up. Okay, thank God. I was like... Because I remember, yeah, my memory is there. Okay, about... Aha! His email is there. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's send him another email. Stairs, okay. Aha! Okay. Let's send another email, okay? Is it in here? Look, I updated my mail server. And I also have cleared some out, right? Yeah, I don't have unlimited space in my email, but I have... Yeah, okay, right now, right? That should be in the old... I should have documented that. Either way, yeah, let's send it to him right now, right? Screw it, yeah, okay. What's up, man? Hey, I'm a Korean American. Political... news correspondent? Activist / media guy. I'm interested in you on my channel to talk about Korea. My mom is North Korean. Okay, now I'm going to actually, right, that's what I said right there. I actually have a form letter that I actually talk about, like, some of my past, like, being the guy with the most interviews in the 2022 election cycle, out of interviewing more candidates than any other YouTuber, right? This is all, nobody talks about it, but it's real, yeah. So let me just bring that up right quick and jam that in there. Okay, I'm just here to document my journey here of what's going on here. So, does this make any sense to any of you? For real, right? Yeah? Okay. Why would he, with so few subscribers, right? He's there to help North Korea get their message out, it seems, right? Yeah, he's some white guy from London. What the freak is going on? Flame of Liberation, couldn't you find any Koreans at all? I think actually Flame of Liberation also cuts down on Yeonmi Park. Flame of Liberation, I know you're socialist, whatever, blah, communist, I don't even know what you are, right? Yeah? How many people that are actually suffering, how many traumatized people have you actually talked to? I want to meet them. I want to know them. Yeah? You're kind of bougie, bro. You're kind of bougie, man. Let's be real, man. Alright? Let's be real, man. Alright? Alright? But I get it. I've also been around bougie people, and I know how they get in this tunnel vision of they think that they went to school and they know the right things, and yeah, get out of here. You may have fun. Anyways, yeah. So all right. So so here I say that I've interviewed over 80 activists and 60 candidates. Here in New York City, I've interviewed over 30 candidates. Um, right. So these are links to some of my work. I have more interviews with candidates across the 22 election cycle than any other YouTuber, and have historically significant work. Okay. Yes, I do. Right. I have historically significant work. Right. You know, with covering, covering and participating in Asian American activism. Okay. Yeah. So send this email, right? If it's the same as last time, he's not even gonna respond. Just hit the send that button. Boom. Okay. He's not even gonna open that email, or his handler's gonna open it, right? And they're not gonna send back the read receipt, and then they're gonna tell him not to respond to me for whatever reason, right? Yeah, his views are mad low. Okay. But hey, whatever, man. Yeah. The whole world has been crossed out to me. Let's go. Let's go. I don't care, man. Steve Raga, I'll hunt him down. You'll see me at the Korean American Fest, right? Yeah, Ron Kim's there. I'm like, yo, Ron, what's up, man? Yeah, you're gonna help me out with this Andrew Yang, right? Yeah, getting rid of all the Asian Americans and the whole entire team. No, he's not. Yo, the Korean consulate is there, right? Yeah, meeting. They're there at the Cagney event, right? Yeah, you see them on stage. Yeah, what's going on? I documented my conversation. I documented me contacting Yeonmi Park and all this other stuff, man. What's going on? Okay, we're just gonna lay it all out. Okay, let's look at some. Okay, so now, so Yeonmi Park, she saw the email. Let's take a look at also her. These are her live streams. She has some videos. So now I went through her live streams, and sometimes she has people on. Right, so maybe Yeonmi Park doesn't have time for me. I get it. She got 1 million subs, blah blah blah. Right, she's big time. Yo, she's like one of the Korean Americans that made it, right? She's not perfect. Maybe she has some issues, right? Yeah. And those people who want to critique her on the inconsistencies in the story, which they do a good job of pointing out, right? Let her answer to that, right? There's people who've been through traumatic experiences who, it's traumatic having to retell the story every time. You know what I mean? It really is. And I've been through my own trauma that is not being addressed. And yeah. How much trauma have you been through, Flame of Liberation? And what gives you the right to suppress my work? And to platform Franco? Man. Anyways, yeah, it's really depressing what's going on there, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's the disregard that, our school system has literally taught our, from when I was a child. They never covered Korean issues, really. And my own ignorance in the matter really opened my eyes to, the overall American ignorance. And I've normalized to the point where even when I face discrimination for being Asian, I understand how normalized it is. Like my recent video on Dana Mulvaney and how she made that video, how she dressed like what is it, from Breakfast at Tiffany's, which is actually a seminal movie for creating the archetype of the weak Asian American man, and how that's not even been mentioned once. Pro-trans rights, but Asian American rights don't matter, right? Who cares? Yeah, that's just the norm for this country and where we're at, right? And I just want to look. If you watch this, maybe someone doesn't like this, right? Yeah, look, or the fact of the matter is that if you're China, if you're Korea, I sent letters to the consulate, right? Yeah. If you're China, if you're Korea, if you're Japan, right? Yeah. Look at how Americans treat Asian Americans. Yes, they allow your stars, Jackie Chan, blah, 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 right, Michelle Yeoh, they allow them to be somebody. Yeah? But if you look at Asian Americans, right, we're not allowed to be, right, actors, musicians, stuff like that, right? We're not allowed to really be successful, portrayed as strong at all, right? even the activist scene, right? Yeah, you'll see this with Yeonmi Park. She actually has some other people on. So I'm actually reaching out to them now, and I'm gonna document this as well. I've already sent some emails out right to them, and talking to them. This guy actually speaks Korean. I watched his video. I'm gonna show some of that, and I'm gonna reach out to them and see if they're gonna come on the show. We're also gonna see some of their content and see if Yeonmi is being managed by CIA or whatever, right? We should see some similarities in the in the way that their material is created, presented. They may have the same person making the thumbnails, whatever, right? Yeah. Let's look for some similarities, differences, and also see if Yeonmi can't come on my program, maybe these other people will. So let's also reach out to them too, find their channel, sub to them, and do all this other thing. Yeah. So also, right, I think it's important to listen to some of North Korean thoughts on U.S. election, things like that, right? I think it's worthy to, right. Just because there are some problems, right, doesn't mean that you should completely now listen to the whole story, right? There may be some. How bad do you want the truth, right? I mean, yeah, I'm not saying that don't, right? Like, Asian Boss is not talking about the controversy or the potential problems with Yeonmi Park, right? It's not good for their brand or for showing, right, or for making people watch that video. I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about the truth. I'm more worried about progressing the state of my people, and the views and stuff. That's all secondary. I don't have views. I'm gonna do this for history. I don't expect to be validated now. I know all the money, all the people who's connected, all the people with the power. They're gonna try to steer things their way. Hey, this is YouTube. This is Rumble. This is whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw it out there. And you know what? I'm gonna email this to every single Asian American Studies program in the nation. A lot of these Asian American Studies programs are controlled. A lot of them have, Another thing that's going to notice is that Yeonmi Park, maybe she's, right, you see a lot of the ladies on here again, right? You'll see a guy once in a while. But there is a reason, right? Yeah, right, oh. What action tape to help North Korean people? So it's also interesting, right? Yeah, that also she has a couple of these. We're going to get to that in a moment. There are a couple of things where they say ways to help North Koreans, and the one thing that's strange is that when we have content like that, which I'm quite interested in, we'll see that people who are Korean really not really coming up in there, right? So that's a little strange. Who is this Casey Lartigue guy? Okay, interesting, okay. Freedom Speakers International. Okay, that's going to come up later. Okay, we're going to see. Okay, that is a thing. We're going to see what's up with that. Is Freedom Speakers International a CIA branch? Could be, might not be. This is all stuff we got to keep in as possibilities, right? Yeah? Alright, okay. Alright, let's start looking through some of this. So this one over here, we see A Green Light to Freedom is actually a book that is promoted by specifically, right, funny thing that should just happen to come up. A good thing I did a little bit of a looking this stuff up over here. Okay. Okay, so I think it should come up later in some of these other things. Yeah, this lady over here, this Green Light to Freedom is actually published by this Become a Media of Freedom Speakers International, right? Yeah, and they, I believe, actually, let's see if their Freedom Speakers International published this book, because I think they're somehow involved with the creation of this book. So Sung Mi Han, I think I've actually sent her an email. Let's go take a look at that. Give me a second, okay? Let's go to folders. Let's go to sent. Okay. Juche, Unicorn Nation NK. Yeah. Unicorn Nation NK. I think her name's Nina. I called her Yuna, right? I think she said her Korean name was Yuna. Very popular Korean name. Is this, no, this is Song Mi-han. Okay, let's take a look at Song. Let me look up Song Mi-han and see if I could actually email her right now. Okay. Okay. She is on Instagram. Let's send her, we'll send her a friend request. And then I'm going to send her a message. Let's see if I can. Hey, I'm a Korean American activist. I'm a Korean activist and a media guy. I am interested in having you on my show. about your perspective regarding American politics, activism, and more. Also want to learn more about your book. And what is that called again? Freedom fighters, freedom speakers, something? Freedom, what is that? Freedom. Yeah, written by Song Mi-han and Casey Leturg Jr. Yeah, that guy from that thing again? What was that? Yeah, that Casey guy. So there's another guy that she has on her channel, some kind of skincare guy. But this Casey guy seems more legit. The Freedom Speakers International. Yeah, so. And Freedom Speakers International. And Freedom Speakers International. Yeah. Okay, cop turned demonologist. That's great. Okay, that's what the news cares about, right? Ex-cops, ex-New York City cops turned demonologists. They don't care about ex-Free Korea or any of that true stuff. You know what I mean? That's the garbage. Okay, so there we go, Sung Mi-han. I believe this is her, right? Yeah, I don't think she has 956 followers. Not that many, right? Yes, so maybe she'll see this stuff. Maybe she'll have time for me. Okay, that would be nice, right? If I can't get to Yummy Park, then I want to talk to some of these people once again, right? We see these ladies over here, backed by these organizations. And watch my work with Christopher and Leon Johnson. We're actually revealing how a lot of these not-for-profit organizations and how a lot of these people get to draw a salary and they're taken care of, but other activists are not taken care of, right? So, right, and she's marketable, right? She's someone that the CIA would probably reach out to before someone like me, right? She's an investable product, not me. I could be a deep fake. Who knows? Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I'll probably set the precedent for the actual fake who's probably gonna come after me, right? If I'm doing a damn bang up job, I ain't going down easy. Yeah. So if they didn't believe that a Korean American like myself could be strong, oh, they're finding out now. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. So that's Somi Parker. I sent her the email. So there. Now I'm gonna close that one. Close the Amazon link as well. This guy, I'm gonna actually, I have not, where's the information to this guy? Thank you for your helpful support by my book. Okay. This guy was actually a Christian, who was actually, I watched this. What is this? Blue whale? What is this? Okay, this is some weird ass, so, Duran, that sounds familiar, okay. When Jesus prayed to God, he put forth on the ground just like us Muslim people do, so try that. Okay. Don't know. Blue whale? What? Five Unix 5? What? This is some weird. Okay, so any Indians here? This is weird. Okay. So the comments are weird. Don't see any links towards this guy. Right? This guy's actually some Christian guy who went to North Korea to try to, help. Let's see if he gives his email at the beginning. Right? Let's see.
I was hungry, so it'll be nice to carry around.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Yeonmi Park and I'm a North Reunification human rights activist. Today guys, I have a very special guest for you to meet. His name is Kenneth Bae. He's a missionary from America who survived North Korean labor camp.
Kenneth Bae? What did you say? Kenneth Bae? That's not a real Kenneth Bae? I have no idea what this is. Okay, I'm gonna look up Kenneth, North Korean prisoner, right? Yeah. How many Kenneths were North Korean prisoners? Kenneth, North Korean prisoner. Kenneth Bae, okay. Found you. Longest held U.S. North prisoner of Korea. Remember that there was a white guy who actually died after he was returned. He's a missionary. He said he was never beaten but was verbally abused and billed $300,000. $3 million? Was that $3 million? No, that's $300,000 for hospital care. Okay. All right. He's been on CBS. He's been on Iran Wire. He's been on France 24. Okay. Now being the longest survivor of North Korean prison, possible, right? Could be. He could be also a CIA asset now, right? He might not be. Who knows? But let's see if Kenneth Bae is anyway, contactable. Okay. ywam.org. Okay, let's see what that is. Okay. YW. Maybe he has a not-for-profit or something. Go for God. Sounds like it would be him. Who we are. Global movement. Okay, so white people, black people. Look so diverse, right? White people, black. Yo, come on, man. Yo, Korean Christians. What's up? I'm shouting y'all out. Yeah, shouting y'all out. And I want to give a big My man Christopher Leon Johnson also said recently about the what is it called, the black Muslims, or what they call themselves, Nation of Islam. I actually see them as actually a strong, it's a strong role model for Asian Americans, right? As in terms of stepping up a separate, right, things when you cannot count on them. Now, it's quite bizarre. Let me see if I can show these Korean churches, right? Okay. The thing is that you will see stadiums, right? Christianity is quite popular in Korea, and you'll see stadiums filled with Korean, right, people, right, all black hair like me, all bowing down in front of a white Jesus, like dead ass, like inside like a football sized stadium, right? Yeah, okay. Korean, Christian stadium. Okay, let's see. Yeah, they be filling them stadiums up, man. Yeah, okay. Zion Christian, yeah. Alpha to Omega, yeah, you know what that is, okay. They be, where's the white Christian Jesus? I've seen like this type of thing with just a big, huge white Christian Jesus in the middle, yeah. It is quite surreal. I don't see those pictures so much anymore. Maybe they chilled with that. Yeah, all these Korean pastors, there'd be a huge white Jesus picture in the background. Maybe they finally chilled on that, but that was the thing, and I remember growing up seeing that as well, and saying, "What the hell is going on? What the hell is this?" Billy Graham's largest crusade, probably, I would believe it happened in Korea. Was it in Korea? Korea, right? From May 30th to June 30th, an estimated 3.2 million people attended the Billy Graham Crusade in Seoul, South Korea, with 1.1 million traveling mostly by foot to the final service on the airstrip. At the plaza, some 70,000 inquirers made a decision for Christ during that crusade. Yo. Korea, has really been a big, really gotten sucked into the whole Christian thing, you know what I mean? And that's my background, and once again, props out to Nation of Islam. I did visit Mosque 7 here in New York City. They were extremely welcoming. I think that, I was raised as a Christian, and, it's not so easy for me to turn my back on that. I would not give Nation of Islam lip service and just say I'm with them. It's hard for me to, look, a lot of my understanding, I understand there's a lot of problems and issues with it as well, yeah? Like, this stuff is not something that I'm really happy about. I'm really quite unhappy about this, Billy Graham's some white dude, like, not saying that, it's gotta be a Korean dude, but there's some weird stuff going on there, man. There's some racial stuff. This is... But I respect Nation of Islam too much to give them lip service, but I think that Korean Americans and Asian Americans have a lot to learn from them, and I think that they are, I've really been quite unsatisfied with the unfairness of this world. But how does that unfairness get solved? Through a conversion to Islam, right? Will still be unfair, even if I did convert to Islam. That the unfairness of this world has really been a severe, that's the main reason why I'm unhappy with Christianity, the unfairness of this world. And if I became, Muslim, it would still be unfair, right? So I think I would still struggle with that base issue, Why is Allah like allowing things to be like this? If you put people through these tough situations, they're going to be transformed by that, and not necessarily in a good way. Any normal person, right, who faces discrimination, abuse, right, they're going to have trauma, they're going to have some behaviors and beliefs, that their worldview will be shaped by those experiences. You can't just expect these people to just forgive everything and to, you know, come out right in the same way that others do. It just doesn't. I'm not buying it. So I hope some of the brothers of the Nation of Islam, once again, y'all treated me so well. I will actually send this to some of the brothers that I actually. They were really cool though, and I really respect the way that they're make themselves presentable. They have a great presentation, I think that, and as in terms of setting their own systems, right? There's also historically black colleges, stuff like that, and creating their own stuff. Yo, Koreans and Asian Americans need to do that so badly. Yeah, we've bought into the American educational system. What are we like? We're a majority of, I think, the people at Harvard and Yale and all that stuff, but they actively discriminated against us. We need to stop, right? We could set up there's so many of us in higher education, we could create our own Asian American schools and probably do great. We could find professors, right? Yeah, they're not giving a lot of us professorships, right? Yeah, if we could create our own school and end this discrimination bullshit. You know, it's really infuriating for me. Yeah, I went to Hunter College. And I'm watching rich white girls. I was formerly homeless. Rich white girls are getting, research opportunities that I can't because I'm represented in the, by the way, just in the same way in the film industry, right? They take all of these desperate people from overseas, China, Malaysia, Laos, Vietnam, Korea, yeah? They bring them in as graduate students paying 5 times the US rate, right? Then their campuses look diverse. Then because they have the racial quotas that they need, right, they don't need to let in Asian Americans. They also say we're not leaders. Because are we too lazy, ugly, or stupid? It's not that we're lazy. And even though the progressive left loves to say that we're incompetent all the time, despite the fact that we dominate academics for 50 fucking years, we don't know what the fuck is going on, right? As soon as you graduate, right, no one believes that you fucking know. And that's why, thank you, Diane Sayer. Thank you, Jose Vega. Thank you, fucking Jimmy Dore. Thank you, fucking Combo Couch. Thank you, fucking Lucky Burrito. Thank you, Renee Johnson, for all fucking, dismissing, right? Thank you, even Kim Iverson, right, yeah? For Reed Coverdale, Larry Sharp, I want to thank all of y'all for dismissing my contributions and the other Asian American contributions because we don't know what the fuck we're talking about when it comes to activism. We need to be led by some white dude like Billy Graham. Fuck out of here. Anyways, yeah, so there's this guy over here, right, Casey Lertique, yeah, how do you help immigrants? We'll go that, okay, longest held, so Kenneth Bay, I do have. Let me take a look at let me see if I can find Kenneth, okay? Is Kenneth here? Published? Critical error, nothing. Okay. Kenneth Bay, okay, let's try to look again. Okay, it would be interesting to, he was a prisoner, anyway, that 54 years, okay, he's not that much older than myself. Southern Baptist. He's a Southern Baptist pastor? I thought Baptists were ministers. Oh, well, who knows what's going on. Anyways, yeah, look, his information, I'm going to look him up later. It's not that easily available. An American tour guide, missionary, former university. He could have been a U.S. spy. Could have been, right? Who knows, right? Okay. Dennis Rodman asked Kim Jong-un to release him. Okay, that's cool. Alright. Yeah, there's all kinds of weird... Okay, so it is what it is. Okay, so... Alright. Okay, Kenneth Bay. That's... We'll get back to him. Okay. Okay. Who's this lady over here? Jeremy Blake. Buy my book. Iron Man. Yummy Park standing for gun rights. Okay. And I think that people should actually, right? People want to talk about the revolution, blah, blah, blah. they want to talk about, stopping communism and all this other thing. They could just talk to each other in a vacuum, or they could talk to people that have actually lived the experience, right? Taking on communism, stuff like that. I don't think that the CIA or the U.S. government's really thrilled about the regular populace having guns, right? The reason why Yeonmi says that people should have guns is so they can defend themselves from an out-of-control government. Is that something that the CIA and the U.S. government really want the U.S. citizens to have? It could be a CIA agent. Maybe this leaked through. Who knows, right? Yeah, there's all kinds of weird stuff going on. Maybe she's the Una one. She does have repeat people on her show. Let's take a look right quick.
So that's why you want freedom of speech? Oh my god. I've never heard this argument in my life. Actually, my followers gonna love this because my followers are really concerned about freedom and freedom of speech.
Everyone.
So today we are again together here in Chicago,
Yes,
and
super cold today.
I know that's why we're.
She used to be in New York City. Why did they move her out of New York City, right? She had actually, it looked like a Manhattan apartment. She moved out of New York City to Chicago. Why? New York City has a larger Korean population. Maybe to keep her safe. Maybe they didn't want her interacting with me. Who knows, yeah? There was a move at some point, yeah? She was in New York City for a while.
It's freezing, gray, and Chicago is brutal, but we survived North Korea. We're gonna survive.
Chicago also has a lot of gun violence. I actually have a friend in Chicago, and I've been on, voice calls and stuff, and heard gunshots going off in the background, for real. And this lady is not even super hood, yeah. There's a lot of the level of violence in Chicago is on another level from New York City, as far as I'm concerned, yeah.
Chicago.
Actually, let me just look that up right quick, right? Yeah. So why would she move there? And violence in Chicago versus New York City. Yeah, let's compare. Okay. So Chicago has 49.9, New York has 28.2. Yeah. Okay. Property crime 46.3 over 24.9. Yeah. Maybe twice as violent. It looks like. Yeah. Okay. Cities with the least crime near Chicago, Illinois. Okay, this is, so there is some lower crime. Usually the high crime, low crime areas are near each other because there's that, every rich community wants to have a poor community to dump their stuff on, but they don't want to pay a lot of money to push it really far away. But we can see that Chicago, according to Best Places, has significantly higher rating for violent crime than New York City, right? Chicago's homicide rate isn't the highest in the country. It is, however, much higher than New York or Los Angeles, okay? Chicago is crazy. Now, out of all the crazy places that Yeonmi could choose to live, for some reason she's choosing to live in Chicago. Also kind of weird, but okay. Okay, right, yeah. Is that where, the U.S., if the CIA is with her, right, they decide to tell it to Chicago? Why would she choose Chicago anyways, right? Yeah, it's a little bit weird, but okay. I've been to Chicago, Koreatown. It's right by the hood. She's living, actually, it seems pretty well. With 1 million subscribers, she should be doing decent. She could be living better. I know people with 1 million subscribers that even have staff to edit their stuff. Could be, right? It seems like she has a rich friend. Her friend does seem rich. I've seen her on other stuff. Let's see.
It's a funny joke. I'm like, do you know how many shootings in Chicago these days in downtown?
Shootings?
Yeah, shootings and crime.
Oh, they're talking about it. See, I didn't even know they were going to talk about it, yeah? But yeah, Chicago is crazy.
So be careful when you walk. It's very scary.
I won't walk around. I'll drive.
Just walk, drive. Be careful when you drive.
Oh.
It's been insane right now in downtown.
Oh.
But I'm glad you are soon gonna go back to South Korea.
Yes, you don't have to worry about guns and everything.
You don't have to worry about crime there.
No way.
So I'm very jealous. But still, this is gonna be a Thanksgiving soon. Do you know what's number one thing that you like the
I was with.
Okay, I don't think
So that's why you want freedom of speech?
I don't think she introduced her friend, but she's been introduced on former shows. So we'll take a look. That might be the young. Okay. See, it looks like Evelyn Jong. Okay, is this the same one? I think it is. Okay. It looks the same, right? Okay. All right. So let's get it, Evelyn Jong. Hey, maybe it's not the same, right? Am I saying all Asians look the same? Oh my god. Oh, I did look her up before. Okay, let's see. Okay, oh, Jung Soo Yeon. Okay, they have multiple names. Okay. Let's, does she have regular email? Is she on YouTube? Okay. Does she have her own thing? She's on the Bush Center. What is the Bush? Okay, let's take a look what that is. What is this? George W. Bush Institute. And wow. Okay. We know George W. Bush's dad was the head of the CIA. Right? And these are actually, right, the assets that the CIA would pick up, right? That's what I think. So, once again, if we go through Yeonmi's, history of stuff here, we can see that, she really... There's some suggestions of some connections, right? Like I said, right? But, once again, I'm going to take all the information that I can, right? I'm also looking at Sungwon 7 stuff, 007s, right? And I'm going to try to see what truths can leak through, what are the consistencies between her stories and other stories, and other information that I can obtain, right? We'll also try to talk to these other people. Are they also plants, right? If they come on the channel, I'd like to ask them, right, what do they think about this whole thing? So, Jeong, let's see if we can get to her. Okay, that was interesting. Look, this is there's a rabbit hole here. We're gonna go down the rabbit hole. Okay. Am I gonna email the Bush Center? Hell no. Hell no. But, okay, oh man, look, I'm probably on some watch lists. Like, let's be freaking real, yeah? Okay, there's a lot of money to gain and to lose. Oh, I don't have to be a follower to see your stuff? That's weird. Okay, whatever. She's got a blue check mark. That's interesting. She lives in D.C.? Okay, well, look, I'm just gonna take this over here. Bam, I'm a Korean activist and media guy. I'm interested in having you on my show talk about your perspective regarding American politics, activism, and more. Okay, I'm not going to talk about the book because there's no book that I know of. Alright, Miss Blue Checkmark, Papam, here you go. Right now on Instagram, I reached out to you. Let's see what's really good, okay? Do you have a YouTube? I wonder, okay? Okay, what's her name again? Evelyn Jiang or something? Okay. Evelyn, welcome to my channel. Okay, I'm subbed, so I guess I had seen it before. Alright. How North Korean react when they see foreigners, first time in London. Okay, she's traveling around the world, where she's getting all the money for this, by the way, right? Most North Koreans live in poverty. Okay, discriminated against by South Koreans. It's not easy for them to find a job, right? Who's taking care of this lady? That's interesting. Who knows, right? Yeah? Okay. I want to know. Oh, this guy over here. I've seen him in other stuff. Oh, no, this is the one I watched of her earlier. Okay, I watched this video earlier. Okay. Will North Korea attack America, right? These are things that I want to know from people who've been North Korean, right? And maybe if it's once again, I'm keeping it open to the possibility that this is a CIA. But, I'll look for other similarities from what other people say, people that I could talk to here, right? You could talk to local Koreans. You can talk to Koreans in your community, right? Yeah? You don't got to get all your information off of YouTube, right? But I bet you there's Koreans here that you could talk to who have no idea. So talk to the older ones, the one who's from, right? Yeah, the Korea era of the war, right? Yeah, try to find the oldest ones you can. Ask them what they think. Okay. Let's see if there's a contact information here. Evelyn Jiang. Okay. So bam, that's North Korean living in the United States. Okay, that's cool. Okay. And we see that these ladies all seem to have like a good amount of money, right? Whether or not they're having successful YouTube channels or not, somehow, right, Evelyn Jiang seems to be doing all right with the money. Maybe it's all a front. This also happens in the YouTube world, right? You can't trust anything. Could all be a lie, right? Yeah, interested in having you on a show? Interested in YouTube show? Okay. I'll say YouTube because that's what they probably know. I have other media platforms as well, but, really the YouTube is one people watch and whatever, okay? I'm Korean American. And in fact, my mom is North Korean. Okay, quite rare. I look a little bit more... I'm just saying this right now, I'm typing that in, but I look a little bit more Chinese than most Koreans that you see here. I'm actually going to include this part about the other people that I've interviewed in the past with the links to my channel. Okay, and maybe, right? Yeah, maybe we'll get to hear some more Korean Americans from North Korea, and once again, right, I'm gonna be skeptical of everything coming from this route because we see that all of Yeonmi's connections, right, they're mostly female. There's like one or two guys, right? Oh, that guy Kenny Ng was also there. Yeah, let's take a look again. Yeah, he's also supposed to come on the channel. But Yeonmi knows that the women are much more successful, right? We see this is over here, sexuality, North Korea. Let's take a look over here. Which ones were if I go to the videos, can we sort by popular? Sure, okay. 6.6 million views, 5.9. So first we see daily life. Kim Jong-un brutally shoots an orchestra conductor 90 times. Okay. But then we can see, good-looking lady, most beautiful woman work at gas stations, pleasure squad, first lady. You can't buy North Korea with a lady there. Weird laws. We see this lady in this pose right here that will regular things that are legal in North Korea, sexuality in North Korea. This woman right here, right? Yeah, you see this sexy lady in North Korea, right? You see a lot of Korean pleasure squad. She knows, right, the North Korean beauty standards. America has a certain way that they want to view Asians, and they want to have sex with Asian women, right? Yeah, they want to portray Asian men as weak, as Kim Jong-un gay, all right? Is there any portrayal here at all of any strong or positive Asian American male role models or Asian male role models at all? It's not popular. None, right? Yeah, at least it's... Maybe she has them, but it's not here. Okay, anyways, we'll just look. She knows what's up. Kim Han-sol, right? Maybe the replacement, right? Yeah. But probably another bad guy for breaking COVID-19 restrictions. Okay, so she knows what works. And, I can't blame her, what I mean? Okay, let's go back to taking a look at the latest, okay? And let's go see some of the earliest videos. I wish that they used to have a way to sort by the oldest to the newest and the newest to the oldest, but now YouTube's playing a lot more games with the algorithm, and even if I look like this, right, they won't even show me all of her videos. YouTube's selecting some videos to show me. This is really corny, and I really don't like it, but, it even does it to my videos, so I know. And a lot of people who watch YouTube won't know this. They'll really think that they have access to all of Yeonmi's stuff just by going on her page, and I'm sorry to say, as a YouTuber myself, that's how I know. By actually engaging and, interfacing with the system itself. People think that they can learn everything just by watching YouTube videos, or they make a lot of assumptions. You won't know what. There's a difference between reading about it and actually doing it. And when sometimes, people might be able to make videos about the algorithm, stuff like that. Are people going to watch that or understand that? Nope. Whatever. Alright, so, North Korea in China. Okay, so, there was another guy, I think his name was Kenny. I see my Twitter. There was an Asian American guy who was on a show, and he should be coming on the channel soon. I forgot his name. I have to look him up. I think it was, I'll look him up in a moment. Yeah, he'll come back up. Let me see if I can look up on the channel here. I think his name's Kenny. Kenny Zoo. Aha! I found it. Yeah, okay. So, look, 1 year ago. Let's go back to the last one and see if we can find this, right? 1 year ago. Okay, let's see. So if I'm on her race comment, okay, if I go to there, right? She did not put Kenny's picture on the video, though. She knows how unpopular that's going to be. Let's go to a year ago. Okay. 1 year. We're in the 1 year ago category here. Okay. Did you see that thumbnail here? 1 year ago, still looking. Okay. Kenny's. Where is it? 1 year. Uh-oh. Is that video buried? 1 year ago. Okay, we're still going down. See? The proof is there. I told you. Right? Will we see it? Okay. Oh, it's there. Oh my God, it's there. Okay. Look. Sometimes it's not there. Yeah? Kenny Zoo is there. He's not even in the thumbnail. She knows better than that. Yeah? That's the reality for an Asian American man. Yeah, that's how. But this is actually, he says some real stuff in here. He may be coming on the channel soon.
And
Maybe they'll get to him and tell him not to come on the channel. That would be funny. But props to her for actually having an Asian American man on the channel. Yeah. He's actually more openly conservative. I'm not really 100% on his agree with him on everything, but he does say some real things. Yeah, I think he's suing Harvard right now for discrimination against Asian Americans, or actually he's just trying to get rid of all. He bought into the meritocracy stuff, and I don't really buy into it as much. Yeah, but look, we're not going to agree on everything, but that's interesting. Okay, so Kenny's there. I've already contacted Kenny. We've seen this lady. Okay, so I saw her email. Did I reach out to her? Okay, yeah, I just did. Okay, so Evelyn Jiang's gotten at her. Okay. One of these people should really contact me. We'll see, okay?
He told us that this country is not normal country. This country, there's no hope for your generation, and this country is corrupt by the dictator. And he told us that there's only North Korean people can be free. The only way is the United States start war against North Korea. I asked myself, because I couldn't choose to be born, so that's why I was born in North Korea. But what if?
Okay, there's interesting stuff coming later on, right? About possible CIA. We're gonna get to that. That's very interesting. So please stay tuned if you're watching at all. Who gives a shit about Korean Americans? Oh, I'm Cherie. Okay, cool. Cherie. Okay, Cherie Yang. Okay, thank God. Okay, excellent. 15K subs. That's cool. Top 3 things I hate the most in North Korea. Also, right, notice that, I hope you guys can go back and take a look, right? You'll see 4 months ago, right, yeah? Every 2 months there's a little splurge of stuff, right? And there's been actually, right, 2 months here. Let's go back to Yeonmi and see when's the last time she put up a video, right? Are they coordinating in some way? When's the last time she put up a video? She's much more, a lot of times they put up daily, but 5 days ago, 2 months ago, and then 5 days. So 2 months ago, right, there's this output from the community, right? There's others I think, oh, what was the other one? Evelyn Jiang, whatever. We'll see, right? Are they all putting up 2 months and then there's like a little break? What did they do for those 2 months? Why is there this break? What's going on? Why would they not put up anything for 2 months? That's interesting. I want to know, right? Okay, I want to know. Hopefully they'll come like, oh, okay, with Hiram, right? How to help North Koreans with Hiram. Okay, interesting. And who's Hiram? Okay, this is who you choose to have on the channel. This guy's got 4.5 mil subscribers. Makes sense why I should have him on. This guy talks about skincare, revealing my brand, Selfless by Hiram, retinol, green tea cleanser. This guy's scrubbing his face all the time. Get rid of acne. For some reason, there's a lot of Korean skincare products. Maybe that's how he got interested in Korea, but first, I'm officially a blonde. Okay. Okay. What does he have to say about saving? What does he have to say about saving Korea? Okay. How to help North Koreans hire him? Okay.
When I first started, reading books about people like you or different people who've experienced horrible things or, been in wars or genocides or had these awful experiences, yet are able to survive and have and lead such a positive life and radiate positivity and joy and be an inspiration to others. It's been so fascinating to me because first, it's incredible to see the strength of people like you and others, but also it angered me, truthfully, that people have to go through these experiences. And I remember as a teenager.
Also, please note all the cuts going in and out, right? Yeah, this is to build interest and to keep it interesting to watch. we're gonna see this phenomenon happening later with actually another YouTuber that actually she interfaces with, right? Yeah. But it's good to know that, this is actually sculpted in a way, right? Yeah.
Watching movies like Hotel Rwanda or watching documentaries about, different wars and genocides and people having these horrible experiences happening to them, and just pacing in my room and thinking, this is not right. I have to do something to make sure that people never go through these experiences, because it just.
Okay, so the surface level kind of thing. Yeah, I'm not mad, right? Yeah, he's a typical outsider. These are the people that we do need to bring on board as much as possible. He does, right? There's a pretty package that he can, not saying the Yeonmi is a fast food of this, right? Yeah, but there is, right? There's Korean Americans like myself, generational victims of war that have come to America, right? Yeah, and have our own, right? Yeah, perspective, but. That's, hey, if this is his entryway into helping Korea, do I see him continue to help Korea? Not sure. How to help North Koreans, right? Yeah, when you talk about helping North Koreans, let's go to the thing again, right? Help North Koreans. I've typed in that literally, right? Yeah. I think the other one was with that guy from, the other non-Korean guy, right? How to help free North Korea. Is this, okay, Hiram, there was the other one with the, that book guy, this Casey Lertige guy. So, how to help North Korea, right? I don't see no revolution, okay. How to contact people in North Korea, how to help North Korea, right? They show, the evil dictator with all his harem of women. I mean, y'all know that Westerners be doing the same thing. Is this also, who is this lady, right? How to help free North Korea?
How Chinese, a lot of.
Okay, is there anybody else here? Maybe that's her, okay. It's just her. Okay, that's good.
Regime continue to.
Interesting. Okay. Actually, there's another one later where she pushes Bitcoin. There's all kind of interesting things. So that's just another interesting to notice about Yeonmi, right? Now, maybe she had him on because he has the big sub numbers, right? That would also be confirmatory for the reason why she's ignoring me. The thing is that also Americans like to see Asian Americans that are not from here. They like Jackie Chan. They like their Asians to have accents. They don't like Asian Americans that don't have accents. And a lot of the Asian Americans that are in this country, by the way, right? The guy who Timothy De La Ghetto. You're gonna take a look at Eddie Wong from what is it? What was that show with the Asian American something? Yeah. And if you watch interviews with him, he said that he really ended up embracing black culture because the thing is that you really feel that racism growing up Asian American, but there's no real Asian American culture to latch onto. So you pick the dominant anti-culture, or the alternative culture, which is black culture. And a lot of things like they talk about racial, discrimination make a lot of sense to us. So, but the white media doesn't really want to talk about that. And they diminish it, and they try to erase it as much as they can. And, that's something that I talk about in my activism as well, too. So I encourage y'all to go and take a look at those perspectives as well. That is quite relevant during this time era that's not being talked about by the media, okay? What will it take to liberate the North Korean people? I'm interested in what she has to say, right? Could be her take, could be could be a mix of both, right? Is it possible Kim Jong-un? It sure is. We're going to talk about this topic in a hot moment, right? Yeah, and how it's relevant. Yeah, of course it's possible. They could do it so easily, yeah? They could do it. Things I miss about living in North Korea, they do miss it, right? It's a big culture shock. Even people that lived in the horrors of North Korea, which they talk about, right? A lot of times they talk about, like, they wish they could move back, even though they know they're going to be going into the, mind-breaking oppression and possible death. The culture shock is so severe that a lot of them talk about wishing to go back to North Korea. Green light to freedom, right? Yeah, remember we had her on earlier, so we did talk to her. I bring up every video that I could. Who is this? Okay, Cherie. Okay, I don't know who this is. Sherry Yang. Okay, this is a new one. Oh, I'm subbed. Okay, maybe I did actually. Oh, 10 3 worst rules. Okay, culture shock for real. I'm still going through that. You know what I mean? You could see that I'm not I don't really get the Our issues are not addressed. Okay, Sherry Yang. Okay. So we're gonna actually send her an email right here. Okay, did I send an email? Okay, I'm gonna send one right now. Hey, what's up? I'm a Korean American activist. Okay, I'm gonna take this little splurge about, like, who I've interviewed in the past, right? Yeah. Gonna mention that my mom's North Korean. My mom is North Korean. Second generation Korean American. Okay. Also, just so you know, a lot of people that are here, I would say more white people, right? Maybe black people as well, right? Yeah. They tend to say that the person, when you're born here, you're the first generation American, but once a person becomes a citizen of the United States, I would say that's the first generation of Americans. And to me, right? If you watch Godfather, right? The Godfather came here from Italy, right? Yeah, but he's the first generation American, and then what's his name? Michael Corleone will be the second generation. Isn't that make sense, right? Yeah, they're Americans, right? They became fully citizens. They should be allowed to be called Americans, but for some reason, some people like to call it, you're not first generation American until you're born here. That seems a little unfair, but it is what it is. Yeah, I am very politically accomplished, and I hope you can check out my stuff. If she's gonna talk to me, she probably is going to be told right now from her handlers, do not talk to this guy. I would be unsurprised if that does happen. I'd be surprised if they get back, and we'll see. I'm gonna cast the net wide. Supposedly Kenny's coming on the channel. Gonna get back to him. We're gonna see what's up. The dude's on tour right now. Maybe they're watching this. Can they get to all of them? Right? Yeah. Hey, go ahead. You know what I mean? I documented that I'm reaching out to them, and they're gonna have to answer later on. Right? Why? Right? These people never talk to Korean Americans like myself. They got time for all that because I'm too small. Right? Yeah. Because I'm not. Despite my accomplishments, what has Asian Boss really done in the activism field? They're more interested in controllable media, bougie people who don't really understand change, or talk to people that are actually, pushing for real political change, or actually talk to people who have a audience achieved through money, oftentimes through, special interests, other things like that, that are controllable, right? Yeah, people that are willing to not talk about certain truths, like Asian Boss, right? Yeah. Hey, look, I still would check out their stuff, right? But once again, right? Yeah, the controversy on me parking, I would not cancel her either, but I would ask her about it or mention it at some point, right? Nope. Nope. And 2 months ago, there was a little push. I think that also, let's go take a look at that again. The Asian Boss stuff, like, did I send that? Okay. The Asian Boss stuff did, okay. Let's send this email right now, before I forget, okay. I think that was also 2 months. There was a push, and when you see coordination like that happen, that coordination is a big telltale sign something's up. Yeah, that's what I think. You ain't gotta trust me. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, what? Okay, let me send the. Okay. Okay. Korean American activist. Requesting interview. Yes. Okay. What's up? Cherry Yang, whatever. Okay. My mom is North Korean and fled to the south. Mom is North Korean. And fled to the south during the war. Okay. Well, let's see what... yeah. Now, the thing is that the views of my channel are so minuscule, just like right now, with nobody watching, right? Yeah? They're so minuscule that if they read my email, if they watch these videos that I'm sending them, I will be able to literally see that myself, yeah? because so few people, especially my old videos, yeah, I know nobody's gonna check it out except for these ladies. So there's no way. So I will know in the next couple days, right, if they're looking at my stuff or not. For real, for real. By the way, Voice of NK, Sungun 007, this guy from UK, Hudson Dermot, whatever his name is, yeah, even if that's even his real name, right, yeah, Flame of Liberation, why are you even believing this guy? I would believe nobody. You don't want to believe Yeonmi Park, right? You used to believe Jimmy Dore. Don't believe Jimmy Dore's all bad either, right? Yeah, he's got a whole bunch of handlers around him doing dumb stuff, right? I'm not saying Jimmy Dore is definitely bad, okay? He's definitely not good either. Nobody's definitely all the way bad. Nobody's all the way good, okay? Stop, like, making this dumb dichotomy, okay? That's an easy, lazy way of addressing the situation. You gotta, it's more complex than that. You gotta really take all the information in and put it together. I know, you know what I mean? Let's take a test sometime. Let's see who does better on that test. Mr. Flames of Liberation, okay? I'm so dumb and incompetent, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Even though I called it out right before, but you can't have me on your show. No, no, no. You got to go on Frank Analysis show, right? Yeah, the guy who's going to have solidarity with Nick Brana, the proven thief, and the freaking the sexual molester. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, dude. Go ahead. You mad funny. You mad funny. Go ahead, bro. You know what? Yeah. But I'm the plant, right? Yeah, look at all the support I'm getting, bro. Yeah. The American government's behind me. Look, I'm a big success. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. Hold up. Okay. Let's talk about more likely. Okay, this guy Jordan Harbinger. Okay, interesting. Okay. So, why the world's okay with letting Kim Jong-un rule? What? What? The next leader could be worse. Okay, some white dude's talking about it. I mean, goddamn, bro. You know what I mean? I mean, if I want to know, like, look, I get it. Because, like I told you, I'm a Korean American. I end up watching Serpenset because I understand things from a Western perspective because I was brought up in the American system. I don't know what kids in Korea know. I was raised here. I know little things from, like, you know, talking to my grandparents or, you know, people at church. And I have that perspective. But really, I was... So I get it, right? Yeah, the normal American, right? They're not going to be able to watch, and also by the Koreans are constantly, you know, portrayed as incompetent all the time. Just look at Yeonmi Park's videos. It's not even, it's their, oh, well, I think I have Yeonmi Park's husband also. That's gonna be interesting too. But okay, next leader could be worse. Okay, so let's see. Now Jordan Harbinger, interestingly enough, this guy, he looks kind of familiar, right? He looks familiar to me. I think I've seen him. Maybe it's just because I've seen him before and other stuff. Now, this guy actually has a bunch of material on Korea. Yeah, let's just type in Korea over here, okay? She didn't know Kim Jong-un was fat 1 month ago. 3 extremely close calls 3 weeks ago, featuring Yeonmi Park, Charles Rue, and the Mole. Charles Rue 2 years ago. Dennis Rodman in North Korea, right? 2 years ago. Wow, this guy has quite a bit on. Look at all of this. As in terms of creating Korea content, this guy's creating quite a bit of material here, right? Okay? Once again, this guy should know. This guy again. Remember this guy? We've seen him in the other video? Now, when you see like these people, right, this kind of like this closed little circuit, right? Remember that the CIA only is going to, they're going to have certain approved lists and unapproved lists. And when you see, right, yeah, people from the outside like myself trying to interact with these people, even the smaller ones, and we can't get any traction whatsoever, right? It's like a little closed circuit, like the Jimmy Dore circuit, right? Yeah? Flame of Liberation, I hope you fucking watch this. Larousians, I hope you fucking watch this, yeah? Noto Tool, I hope you fucking, of course you fucking not. Fuck all of you. Anyways, yeah? But when you see these little closed fucking circuits, right, with this guy, Drew Brinsky, yeah? On these same shows, right, with these same people, this little fucking closed circuit, that's... Oh, it smells. Something smells. Maybe he's legit, maybe he's not. Let's do a deeper dive, right, this... Okay, so the Korea thing has ended, but as terms of creating Korean content, this guy has significant content on Korea. And he's not also talking about the controversy, which I encourage you guys to watch that too. I don't want to, you know... I think that some of the controversy may... There's some legitimate concerns about the differences in the storyline going for Yeonmi Park, but I wouldn't necessarily say that's all bad either. We're going to show the Noto Tool lady with Danny Haifong, and actually there's also attempt to cut her down there too. This lady, I know I've seen her before. Anytime that she had it, right, this guy, he speaks Korean. He doesn't speak a lot of English, so he's going to be hard to talk with. I don't hear anything. What's going on? I don't hear what's... Okay, I don't know what happened. Okay, it says muted. Okay, I unmuted. Okay. Okay.
Grateful for freedom. I hope that answered your question. Far West, thank you so
Thank you.
much. Peter, Liz, thank
네.
yeah. Again, guys, if you family,
뭐 진짜 마이크로소프트처럼 뭐 그 회사처럼 완전 더 큰 회사 진짜 북한에서는 넘버 원이죠.
Okay, you can hear this guy speaking Korean. Fortunately, I don't speak Korean. But, I appreciate the fact that she has had some guys on the show, right? Okay. It's quite rare. And we can see it doesn't get the views, so she's not incentivized to have this guy, have guys like him on the show, right? This lady over here, who is this? Unicorn Nation. Okay, this is the Una, so I showed that earlier in the email that I had contacted her. Okay, Green Light to Freedom. Okay, there is actually this group over here. Oh, we'll talk about this other group called Saturday School. That's also an interesting one. They're a group of Koreans from Philly. They actually have some black controller that's telling them that I'm too woke, that I'm all bad, right? Because I'm asking for justice for Korean Americans, and he's got them all convinced that I'm trash. Oh my God, there's so many controllers. Yeah. Whatever. What has that guy done for actual people? Yeah, go ahead, man. Keep saying, right? Yeah, a lot of these leaders that have ties to millionaires, ties to media controllers, right? Yeah, and I would say honestly, I think it's CIA, right, is involved, right? They have a lot to lose, and they're managing the narrative. They're managing who gets to be someone in this game, and there's a lot to lose. A lot of young people, right? Yeah, gullible. Maybe they're real, maybe they're not. Who knows? Yeah, this case of the Lartigue guy. Where is he in this video? We saw him earlier. Okay. Hey, look, I'll try to contact them. Okay.
Union. We are here today to present a very special book called Green Light to Freedom, which is scheduled to be published in February of next year.
Green Light to Freedom was written by North Korean refugee Han Song-mi along with FSI co-president Casey Lartigue. It is a story of a human experience that follows the life of Han Song-mi in North Korea alongside her mother. The story recounts their...
Okay, so there's some kind of like non-Korean controller in the background, right? Yeah, got a bunch of Korean faces here. Where's Casey in this video? Not there. What's going on, man? This guy's a pretty good looking dude, bro. You got some more, okay, that's a more normie looking guy, right? Yeah, they're covering their bases. And, yeah, okay. Hey, I want you guys to tell me what you think about this. I'm reaching out to them. Now, technically, right, if they have only 615 subscribers, right, they should, oh, is that Yeonmi over there? Is that Sungmi? What? I think that is. We empower North Korean refugees. Okay. Okay. We're going to look into this Jordan Harbinger guy again, right? Yeah, we're going to get to him in a moment. But, there is this strange tie. Is there any email here? No. Okay. You would think that they want to reach out to people. I guess not, right? I could send them money, though. Okay. All right, let's see if there's... Oh, did I find the email here? Aha! Yeah, look, I'm an old-timer. I know how to find these people. Oh, he's from Virginia. Wow, that's not sus. Yo, Virginia, by the way, is the headquarters... Oh, okay, oh my God, okay. Oh, citation, okay. There's a... Okay, that's something coming in. Okay, so this is actually here... This is... Okay, Freedom Speakers International. Okay, so the email here. We're going to send them an email. They want to talk to North Koreans. Okay. Send them an email too. About to reach out. Okay, there's something else going on with the trans community, definitely community that I work with, a community that I'm sympathizing with, right? All the people that's hating on them, you know what I mean? Damn. Talking about kicking someone when they're down. Damn, you know what I mean? Trans people have it hard enough. Why? You gotta pick on somebody. Damn, why you gotta pick on trans people? Holy crap. Holy crap. Out of all the people you pick on, those people you whatever. You know, we're gonna get back to that one, but let me finish this Korean thing because we know Korean Americans like myself ain't getting no help. They say they about helping North Koreans, right? How about helping North Koreans that's here in America? How about adding me to your roster? How about, right, yeah? How about letting me participate? Yeah, we'll see what's up. Oh my God. You only have 700 subscribers. You got time for me? I doubt it. You're from Virginia, right? Yeah, homeland of the CIA. Oh my God. Yo, that's not sus at all, right? That's not sus at all. Yo, that's not even a little bit sus, right? Yeah, like you're not from New York, you're not from LA, right? There are some number of Koreans who live in Virginia. I'm gonna be straight up, yeah, but okay. The strongholds of the Korean population, New York, LA, right? Yeah, but y'all are based in Virginia. What the fuck? What the? Are you serious? Are you serious? What is that, man? Yo, come on. Yo, you know who else from Virginia? Nick Brana. Yo, get your ass out of here, Nick Brana. Yo, get out. Anyways, interview request. Oh my God, yeah. Yo, tell me that's not sus. Yo, what's up with that, yo? Yo, when I hear people from Virginia, ding ding, yo, mad alarm bells be going off, and there's a lot of people from, people with Prince from Virginia, yeah. Yo, even people that I support, right? Like what's Ali Ryan from Virginia? Yo, there's a lot of people, right? Yeah. Look, maybe they're good too. There are good people from Virginia too, yeah, but. Whenever I hear people from Virginia, ding, ding, yo, honestly, right, yeah, doesn't, now, just because they're CIA, by the way, also doesn't mean they're bad. Whoa, oh my God, people I know they're gonna be crapping in the pants. Hold up a second, okay? Did you know that, the world almost died from, let me show you the evidence right here, okay? People say that everybody who's in the military is bad. Okay, wait a second, okay, okay, let's see, nuclear disaster reverted Russia, okay, nuclear. Did you know that we're already supposed to be dead, by the way, okay? Stanislav Petrov, okay? He actually, right, yeah? There was a misfunction in the computers, and this guy said that he was supposed to hit the 1983 Soviet nuclear false alarm incident. So he was supposed to push the button to set off all the nuclear bombs because there was malfunction in the computers, and they said that the U.S. set off the nuclear bomb. So he should have hit the button and started the nuclear war. He did hit the button. Yeah? Yo, all these CIA agents out there, right, remember that they're individuals too. And they're going to have to make a decision. And they know their bosses are incompetent. They know all the BS is going on, just like you and me. Okay? In the end, they might be actually convinced to, like this guy over here, not hit the button and destroy the whole entire freaking world, man. Yeah? Okay? His subsequent decision to disobey orders against Soviet military protocol is credited with having prevented an erroneous retaliatory nuclear attack on the United States and its NATO allies that could have resulted in a large-scale nuclear war that could have wiped out half of the population of the countries involved. Yo, he saved the world, and what was his prize? He was fired. Yo, no good deed is unpunished. Yeah. Initially he was praised, but in the end, right, he was fired. Initially he was, look this up, he received no reward. Yo, let me see if I can look this guy up, send me an email, yo. I gotta say, this guy's awesome, okay? That's right. Some dude, right, yeah, maybe even the CIA will have a decision to make one day, and one day you can make a decision to screw over the world and follow your boss's bullshit, or you can be a fucking individual and say, you know what? Fuck this, I'm gonna do the right thing. You can do that, you know what I mean? People say all the cops are bad, all the military's bad. Guess what? You have rebels out there that's ready to do the right thing. Yo, big shout out to fucking Stanislav Petrov. Is this guy still alive? Oh, he died in 2017. Okay. Anyway, this guy's a fucking hero. For real, man. Yo, because the decision not to launch a retaliatory nuclear strike in this incident, Petrov is often credited as having saved the world. Yeah, that's right, bro. That's right, man. Yeah? And now for all y'all, Jose Vega, stop following orders, you fuck. Start doing what you know is right. Be more like Stanislav and less like a fucking, what is it, Putin fucking flag waver, you know what I mean? I like Stanislav way better than Putin, you Putin lover. Fuck out of here, man. I'll still be. I don't give a fuck if all of noted to. Yo, wait till I show you how. Anyways, let's get to Jordan Harbinger. We were talking about that guy. Yeah, let's go back to freaking speaking. Okay. I sent them the email to. Okay, right. These hot ladies. Yeah, these are the CIA assets. Okay, Jordan Harbinger. Okay, let's look at Jordan Harbinger. Okay, he's got a lot of material on Korea. Why? Okay, who is Jordan? Okay, came from University of Michigan. University of Michigan, by the way. No, I'm a bit. MIT has a relationship with the State Department for real. Okay, but okay. He was working on mortgage-backed securities for a Wall Street firm, and he was laid off after the financial crisis. While in law school, he started coaching others on how to date and network, and he graduated, he moved to New York, and then he formed a company called The Art of Charm to turn his coaching into a business. He's a pickup artist. Okay. Then he carried a podcast, and then he had week-long boot camps. Hey, look, I'm getting this off of Wikipedia, right? If I'm wrong, he demonstrated at DEF CON how easily a person can manipulate into divulging information to someone who may not be what they claim to be based on the Robin Sage experiment of 2010. Holy shit, does that PSYOP? What is Robin Sage? Okay, Robin Sage is in the fictional American cyber threat analysis. She was created in 2009 by Thomas Ryan, a security specialist and white hat hacker from New York City. Her name was taken from a trainer exercise of U.S. Army Special Forces. She's a 25-year-old cyber threat analyst, and they took her picture from they created an account under the name Sage on popular social networks like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. They contacted security specialists, military personnel, and her pictures were taken from a pornography-related website in order to attract more attention. She's good-looking, right? Yeah? Okay? And they used the looks, CIA tactics, right? Good-looking people get trusted, right? Yeah, who's trusting me? Who's helping me? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Yeah, I'm CIA asset. Fuck you. Yeah, come. Yeah, whatever. Fuck out of here. Anyway, yeah, this is what a CIA asset looks like, okay, motherfucker? Anyways, yeah. Excuse my language. Okay, let's go back to fucking Jordan Harbinger and this bullshit. Okay. DEF CON, okay. So he's playing mind games, right? Art of Charm, teaching people how to, like, human dynamics, social engineering, and psychology, right? Yeah. It also says he's married to someone, right? Yeah. So where is this tied to Korea? Like, when the fuck did this guy, like, all of a sudden get, like, sucked into Korea, right? Yeah. Smells sus to me. Maybe he's legit. Hey, you never know. Yeah, watch. He's gonna invite me on his show. Who knows what's going on? Okay. Jordan Harbinger, spouse. Okay, he's married some Chinese chick. Okay. Jordan Harbinger wife. Okay, so you wonder about my wife, Jen Harbinger. Oh wait, here's another one. Okay. Yes. Okay. Jen and I met right from his pickup, right? Yeah, these passport bros, right? This is what the Asians really, maybe, but she's Chinese. She's not Korean. Maybe she's Korean. Could be. Yeah, let's take a look, okay? What is her, she is, I think, Chinese. What is her, her spouse raped you? What? Okay, and, okay, Jordan, spouse, let's see, maiden name. Okay. It was like Lao or something. Like y'all could look it up. I do have some. Maybe it might come up later. She is actually. Okay, we'll see. I think it might come up later, but maybe that's why he got interested in Korea. Who knows? Yeah, there's a lot of Korean, trafficking. Korean, massage parlors are rampant across the United States. That's the human slavery they won't talk about. Trafficking. Okay. Behind the illicit massage parlors lie a vast crime network. Yeah, okay. Okay, Korean is huge. Okay. Yeah. Just essentially rape for money. Yeah, living off in certain. Okay, yeah. This is disgusting. Yeah. Are they gonna talk about it on any of these shows, Young Me? You're gonna help out other Koreans in America? I don't know. Yeah. Is the CIA interested in working on that? Whatever. Okay, so Jordan has an interesting background, man. Quite interesting. All right. Yeah. All right. So. Still not sure why or how you got involved with. Oh, there was something else about. Oh, there was something about Korea. Wait, hold up, okay. He had some weird background in Korea. Hold up. He had some kind of business that was transporting people out of Korea or some weird ass shit like that. How did he get involved with that? Hold up, okay. Was it in the Wikipedia? Maybe it's been taken. Rachel Ray Soliday actually, you know, she was part of, you know, Wolfpack, and they started lying and saying that she wasn't, right? Yeah, and then all of a sudden her maiden name was erased off the web. There's a lot of bullshit going on, man. And, you know, perception management that happens online. The rich people have been able to, you know, do a lot of bullshit, yeah. He's contributed to Newsweek magazine, entrepreneur, right? Yeah. Signed a high 7-figure deal on the Podcast One network in 2021. What are his numbers that to get like all that money? He receives 6 million downloads each month. Because what? He was a pickup artist and now he's talking about, you know, political stuff. Who is this guy? Does that even make sense? Like, it doesn't really make sense. I have a 25-year thing in activism. I have, right, significant achievements. This is, right, yeah, when this kind of thing smells funny to me, maybe someone has an explanation for this. I would love to know about this. Jordan. Okay, North Korea. There was something about him having some type of like business as in terms of like transporting from people from North Korea or something. I saw some story about that. We'll see if this comes up. Oh yeah. He later became a lawyer. He was kidnapped twice, once in Mexico and again in Serbia. What was he doing in Mexico and Serbia, and why is he getting kidnapped, and how did he get out of that shit? CIA much? He ran a tour company that took Westerners to North Korea via China. Wow! And he came from University of Michigan, and then he went to like the finance industry, and then he went to Korea to like run tours, and then he's doing podcasts with what is this weird ass shit? Like, yo, for real, right? Like, does this? And he's a former like mind controller, this is a weird history, like yes and no, like you tell me, man. Yeah, this is the guy, right? Okay, so, but instead of worrying about, you know, this guy, right? Yeah, like I'm the problem, right? Because I'm actually out here doing shit, yeah? I'm actually out here trying to, let me show you the email that I sent to, I showed you earlier, right? The email that I sent to, District 2326, right? Yeah, Julie 1, right? Yeah, Korean American legislators, asking them to mobilize the Korean American community to get them to more vote. Look, I have, you know, registered to vote. I have signs right here. I have voter registration cards. I have ones in Korean too. Yo, I'm trying to mobilize my people to get them some political strength over here. No. Well, I'll show you what Nota 2 is doing. They flying people to Korea. We're going to get to that later. But this is Jordan Harbinger. That's an interesting. So I'm gonna get a Charles Ryu too, right? They have a guy. Let's look for Charles Ryu now. Okay. That's not a very Korean name, Ryu. Not a very Korean name. Okay, Charles Park, Lee Kim. Okay, Ryu. What is this guy? Fucking Street Fighter 5 or something? Charles Ryu. I typed in Park. Yeah, I didn't type Charles Ryu. Okay. Okay. Maybe it's a thing. CharlesRyu.com. Holy crap. Okay, look. You're gonna... Okay, it's dead. Okay. First class talent. Wow. First class agency. Wow. Maybe I gotta get an agent. Wow, you're a talent agency? What... Yo, when there's talent agencies and stuff, that's also super sus, man. Yeah? That's, who knows about, CAA or something, right? Yeah, Creative Artists Agency. Yo, these talent agencies are definitely, right, run by, definitely a lot of CIA activity going on there. Hey. What? You ain't gotta believe me. I'm still gonna try to get at this guy. We'll see if he even responds, yeah? First class talent. Okay. Book him for my event. How much is this shit? Kara. From Kara? What the fuck is this? I said to book. What? Look. You see that? Book Charles for your event. And then I get taken to Carrie Robinson Chamberlain? What the fuck is this? Oh. That was... How... Yo. First class my ass, okay? First class, yeah, Charles Rue. They're taking good care of you, man. Look at that, yeah? I click on your shit and I get taken to a white girl. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, wow, the talent. Wow, look at that, man. Yeah, look at the look at this, yeah? So pro. Holy shit. Yeah, the link doesn't even work, man. Look at this shit. Book Charles, yeah, okay. Yo, this is mad funny. Like I told you, right? Yeah, they say the CIA involved, but I'm telling you right now, the ability that they have to actually write. How many people actually looking for Charles Rue besides a motherfucker like me? Yeah, not a lot, okay? Has even Yunmi had him on her show? Right, yeah? Maybe she had him on once? I want to know. Let's take a look. Ryu, he's a good looking guy, Yunmi Park. She's been on the Jordan Harbinger show, but he hasn't been, right? Has she been on the Yunmi Park show? If not, why not? I want to know, man. I want to know. I want to know. Right? He has a talent agent and shit, you know, maybe they try to charge him money for that, right? Yeah, who paying for that? Get the... Charles Rue, right? Yeah, RYU, okay. Oh my god, yeah? Is he in this, is he in this episode? Okay. I just see Yunmi Park. I don't see any Charles Rue here. Okay, but for some reason it came from the search. Okay, I don't know what that is. Weird. Okay, whatever. Okay, so, alright, so Jordan, that's another weird thing. Okay, let's just point it all out. Okay, we're gonna look at the map in a second. That's also got some interesting shit over there. Radical feminism. Okay, here's also something interesting, right? There's actually this weird tie. Let's listen to what she says about this for a second. She's gonna talk about Bitcoin real quick.
Hi everyone. Let me try to turn this off. Is lighting okay? Long time no see, everyone. So good morning, good evening. I'm in Chicago, so this is like 9 p.m. And
She was in New York for a while.
thank you for joining in today. So today we are going to try something different. I got amazing armies of support today. I got thank you Brad and Dave and Michael. I got moderators, so it's hopefully gonna help you to ask me the questions, and it's going to less overwhelm me, and I can pay attention to more the questions were thoughtful, less about just attacking me. So, well, let's hope that this is going to be even more pleasant. So, how have you been, guys? I've been missing you so much. I think since the last time I joined the live. After that, I was in Florida, I was in Bahamas, and this Sunday I'm going to Texas. So I think the life is coming back again. Hi guys, so good to see you. I will see you guys are so lovely. 안녕하세요.
Okay, I think this
So
is where it
today
comes.
I said, today I was going to share my thoughts on radical feminism because this has been the... But anyway, you can ask me anything, literally. It doesn't have to... It's a theft. They are like by printing these trillions of dollars each month. I'm gonna do an interview with one of the experts in the crypto world, and I will talk about why I completely believe that the current fiat currency is so... It's a theft. They are like by printing these trillions of dollars each month, stealing money from this.
So she's pumping up this information on crypto to start off her video before she talks about the radical feminism. And there's actually this weird tie that a lot of these, it's another way for them to make money, pushing this crypto stuff. And it's having this this weird tie, right? Crypto means that they're going to be able to track all of your, how you spend your money and all that stuff, and all the people that live on a cash economy, street performers, beggars, stuff like that, right? People that are like, selling black market, goods, stuff like that, right? Crypto's gonna kind of like, force new things to happen, yeah, and force, the government's gonna have a lot more information on who's spending money, how, what, where, why, etc. So it's a weird plug for crypto, but also just so you know, I've also been, an influential guy like around celebrities, stuff like that. I've been a minor celebrity, I guess, in my community because I'm a hard worker. And once you start to have a certain amount of clout, then all the salespeople start banging on your door. All the influential people start banging on your door, and make these, great presentations on crypto or whatever, MLM or some other crap like that. So it might be part of a larger plan. It might be just she really believes in it. It might be she was approached by people that are trying to sell her on some idea. But it's a weird thing for her to start pushing crypto at the beginning of a program. It's like a ad, kind of. She mentions that before really getting into really anything else, right? So she just says hi, talks about her moderator, and then she jumps right into the crypto, and then she talks about radical feminism. That was an interesting observation as well, okay? Now, let's go take a look over here, okay? There's quite a bit, right? Hassan reacting to defector grifter lies. Then what's the alternative, right? Yeah, if Yeonmi Park's the liar, then are you going to talk to anybody about Korea? The only thing you can say, Hassan, Flames of Liberation, whatever, right? The only thing you can say about Korea is that there's a grifter who you shouldn't believe in. There's nothing else. But this guy's legit. This guy from the UK. Yo, this is weird as hell. Are you trusting this? I'm not. This guy? This guy right here, yeah? Who calls himself Sungwon 007 like he thinks he's some kind of like British super secret service agent? What is this guy? James Bond of North Korea? What is this shit? Yo, come on, man. That was the best representation in South Korea. Yo, this is some weird ass shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like dead ass, man. Okay? Yeah? Okay? This good guy, bad guy thing is narrative shipped to us by the elites, by the aristocrats, right? Because the aristocrats' ideas are good and the poor people's ideas are bad, and that's how, right? There's no nuance, right? And you're not allowed to think the good guy, the aristocrats can't be bad in any way. They're perfect, right? Jimmy Dore doesn't make any mistakes, or any mistakes he makes, right? We got to make excuses for it because he's worth it, right? Yeah, he's too big to fail, right? So anything that stupid DJ07 says, fuck that, you know what I mean? Fuck the fact that Rage Against the War Machine had no Russians, Ukrainians, Iraqis, right? Yeah, we don't need actually war victims to be involved in, right, telling us about what's going on. Jimmy Dore knows, right? He's the lead speaker. Got Nick Brana and Jose Vega, Tulsi Gabbard lined up right behind him. Everything's cool. You know what I mean? Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Okay, let's Instagram. That's where I sent the stuff to Riley Park. Okay, let's go see Riley Park. Yeah, where were you at, Riley? Where was you at? Okay, Riley Park. Okay, Riley Park's supposed to be my replacement from Blank Dicho. Yeah, you a blank, bro. Yeah, this guy over here. Okay, let's see. Did I message him? I sure did. Okay, yeah. Okay. Now, this guy's made a lot of updates, right? Hopefully you haven't heard stuff about me, but I bet you have. Either way, I hope you might look over some of my work and come on my channel for an online access interview series. These questions are pretty much all the same for each interviewed individual, right? Yeah. This is the interview that I have with 12 Veils, right? Yeah. National Action Network. This is the aristocracy of celebrities, millionaire party leaders, and corrupt politicians that work together to crush grassroots activists like myself. Give me a chance. My mom is North Korean. My dad is South Korean. Okay. When did I send that, by the way? Let's take a look again. Okay. This is actually March 19th, okay? And let's take a look at his things over here, right? He'll probably ban me soon, right? He's in a wheelchair, so he's very sympathetic figure. Okay, I do disabilities, advocacy, all right? That's cool, man. Okay, so what's going to happen? They're about to fly his ass out to Korea, fundraising for Korea, okay? He's trying to get $1,100. Fundraising for a trip to South Korea this summer. Hi everyone, I have amazing opportunity this summer to travel to South Korea as part of the Korean Education Exposure Program with Noto Tool. I'll be spending 2 months meeting with different farmers, workers, anti-war and peace organizations and learning about different struggles that are taking place. This will be an amazing opportunity, right? Yeah. They're gonna fly you out, but right? Yeah. They won't even talk to me about like mobilizing the Korean Americans here, right? They do. You saw the email that I sent to Nota Tool, right? You saw the messages I sent to this guy right here. He wants to talk to people in Korea. He doesn't want to talk to an activist here that has more conversations, right? Groundbreaking work with Asian American first legislators as far as fighting wrongful convictions, all this other stuff, right? Screw that. Screw that, right? Yeah, he's got to have his free trip to Korea. Yeah? Wow. Okay. Oh my God. Yo, you mad funny, bro. Okay. New look part 2. Yeah? Looking sexy with your socialist stuff over there. Wow, you're a rebel, bro. You're a rebel, man. All right, look. So you get to be somebody. Okay. Look, I'm at a trip. Like, there is something to getting first-hand experience, right? So, props on that. But honestly, why are they flying you out? This is Yeonmi Park's husband, by the way. They're divorced now. Okay. Interesting, her choice, right? Yeah. Okay. She knows, right? Yeah. A lot of Asian Americans know, right? This passport bros thing. What do you think that's looking like from the Asian side, right? Yeah. White dudes come over to this country. They know that the white dudes are somebody, and they're better than the Asian guys. You think that the people in Asia, y'all only see it from the American perspective, right? Oh my God, right? Our men are running away to Asia to, like, get with these women, these poor women. There's no concern about the societies over there and what it's doing to those communities over there. How selfish America is. And let this also be, I mail this over to the ministries of, right? I've already shown another video where I've actually sent emails to the consulate of Korea's, right? Yeah, and I'm gonna send this to China, the consulate of Japan, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, the Philippines. I'm gonna send this to every single consulate and show them how Americans treat Asian Americans. Show them how Americans, right, care about, right, passport bros and this other thing. I'm gonna show y'all why you can't really trust Americans, man. You wanna go ahead, Riley? Go to Korea, man. I'm gonna find everybody I can in Korea and email them all this video, Riley. I'm gonna find everyone that I can, and even if they CIA assets, I don't care. Maybe I'll get it, one of them, that guy like that Russian guy who saved Russia. I'm gonna email all of them and let them see the hypocrisy of what's going on. Yeah? You want to ignore me over here? Go ahead, bro. And you guys want to put bullets in my head and end my life because I'm not gonna go down easy? What kind of life do I have? It's a shitty life, man. Yeah, I get to eat every day. Yeah, I'm making it. Yeah, but I'm gonna try to free my people and try to end this bullshit and this hypocrisy, man, and this control. It's got to end, man. This is bullshit, man. Our people need this, man. This is not freedom, man. This is bullshit. Riley. And we're gonna get to look, what is notification up here? Okay. Breck. Okay, I don't even know what that's. Crackhead Barney. Okay. Okay, Kenneth Bay. Okay, we're gonna get back to him. Okay, we saw that early in the thing. Okay, okay, so let's go back, take a look at, let's look at this map over here. This is actually something interesting as well. Okay, so now, let's go to Google Maps. And okay, so now, the thing is that, this is actually North Korea right here. And I actually, right, we started looking around, because I want to see, right, the thing is that if we have all of this available, right, and there's satellite photos, I actually zoomed in, right, this is the satellite photo view. So technically, right, I could actually zoom in. Now, it would be amazing, right, if there was actually the Google Earth and I could, like, zoom in on location. But I can't, right? A lot of these things are dead, right? If I was in the US, right, I could actually click on that and see a street view. There's no street view in North Korea. But one thing that is interesting is that there's actually technically Buddhist temples. What? Okay, right, there's one here, there's one here. Now, right, I look at, oh, just so you know, the U.S. tries to charge South Korea for the bases that they have over there. That's hilarious, right? Yeah. The U.S. occupies South Korea, puts their bases over there. Their soldiers rape our women. Their military trucks run over the kids, right? They don't have to be responsible at all. But then the U.S. tries to charge us for protecting the country. Oh my God! So that's the lies that U.S. has, okay? And that's the things that the U.S. press won't talk about. Let's see, okay. U.S. charging Korea for bases. Okay, let's see. This is hilarious. Okay, Okay, US. Okay, US. Korea. Military base. Charging. Money. Okay, I'm not charging. Okay. U.S. Air Force overpaid service members by 2.3 million, but won't make them return the money. There's a lot of shenanigans going on over there. Yeah. U.S. military, the U.S. military and prostitution in South Korea. United States military use regulated prostitution services. Wow, I didn't even know that. Regulated? Despite it being illegal, women in South Korea were the fundamental source of sexual service for the U.S. military and a component of Korean-American relations. Comfort women, yeah. They used to be working for the Japanese. Now they work for the Yankee princess, foreigners whore. Yep. You don't hear about that, right? Yeah. Juicy girls is a common name for Philippine prostitutes. Yankee whore, Yang Galbo. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yep. Okay, but there's actually the U.S. has military bases in Korea. All right. And then what happened was the U.S. tried to say that they wanted Korea to help pay for those bases, right? Like just like Trump says, we're going to build a wall between Mexico and the U.S., right? We're shipping mad guns to Mexico. Mad violence is popping off in your country. Our desire for drugs is fueling mad problems in your country. But we're going to build a wall, and then you're going to pay for it. Like, this type of straight arrogance and bullshit, okay, happens under Democrat administrations as well, okay? For real. They just don't, the press just doesn't talk about it. The press is, determined to paint Trump in a certain way, but these things are also happening during Democrat administrations as well that they don't talk about. But you know what? You'll never get to hear me talk about that at anti-war event. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking. So is bullshit. Anyways, yeah. So let's take a look at these. Let's take a look at these Buddhist temples over here. Okay. And wow, there's a website, right? I did look that up. Okay. What about this one? Does it have a website as well? Okay, so this one doesn't have a website, but wow. Okay. This one for some reason has a link to a website. Let's see what that. Wow. Okay. Let's see what this is about. Open 24 hours. Okay. What is this? Okay. KKF Online. Okay. What are you expecting? Now, I know that religions are generally illegalized in socialist countries, correct? So wait a second. Kim Jong-il Foundation. All right, I don't see much about Buddhism, and then you see built in 753. The main shrine was built in 1636. The temple preserves paintings and other historical relics reflecting the contemporary life. It is one of the distinguished temples in Korea for its size and history. So I guess it seems like, this is kkfonline.com. I don't know if North Korea has an NKR or whatever. Most countries have their own type of ending. This is .com. This is interesting. Do they have a US server? I'm wondering. Okay. There should be let's do a DNS lookup. Okay, DNS lookup. That means domain name service provider, right? Yeah. kkfonline.com. Is it GoDaddy? What? Yeah, who is this? Where is the DNS lookup? Okay. Look, I'm probably set off a million fucking CIA fucking things right now. Look, I'm not doing really illegal shit, alright? I'm a American 100%. Yeah, whatever. kkfonline.com. Who the fuck is this? Yeah. Look, I'm just a normal American citizen, alright? I'm a Korean American, just as American as anybody else, despite the fact that they say there's white Americans, black Americans, and there's Asian Americans. Like we're less American somehow. Okay, what is this? Okay. Address. Telecommunication? What is this? GNet? Internet? What is this? Okay, who is? What flag is that? Turkey. Okay, so they're out of Turkey. That's interesting. Okay. The tunnel goes deeper. Goes deeper. Okay, let's go see some other. Let's try to find some other interesting shit on this map. Okay, so that was interesting. Okay. Let's look at Let's just zoom in on Pyongyang. Okay, that's like the capital, right? Okay. Yo, look at all this study. What the fuck? What is all this shit? Okay. Now, technically, we could see pretty close. Now, we can't see. Oh my God, do I see people? Now, the thing is that technically, right? Yeah. Now, look, there's a lot of people out there, right, on the internet. There's supposedly daily, firing squads, like, killing people all the time. They should, if they're taking these photos all the time, these satellites, there should be somebody getting shot on these photos. It's kind of gruesome to think about, but it's real, yeah? Help me find that, yeah? Okay, are there any links to any government office? Okay. They have a street view? What? What? Yo, what is, for real, right? Who would, this is my first time looking at this shit, yeah? I looked at Pyongyang, I did not, wow, okay. On Google, huh? Okay. Yo, is this crazy or what? The health complex? Okay. As far as I know, right, Koreans do not really have, is this even a, right, there's actually pictures from, some other, documentaries I found online, right, yeah? Well, right, you see only 2 cop cars and you don't really see people staying here. Who's staying at this hotel, man? Yo, who's staying at this hotel? Yo, this hotel's empty as shit, bro. What is this? Yo. Yo, come on. What is this shit? Oh, the Russian Orthodox monastery. Is it a monastery? What? Jongbek? Orthodox. They have a monastery, Orthodox church? A Russian Orthodox church? Okay. I thought religion was illegal in these socialist countries. What is going on? Yo. Anyways, yeah, I'm sure there's got to be a wealth of, like, some type of information about this shit going on. And also, we could just zoom in, right? Okay, that's Pyongyang. Okay, let's zoom in. Are there cars on the road? Supposedly, like, North Korea is very poor. I don't see any cars here. Okay, I saw some cars earlier at some other part that I was looking at, but okay. Right, this is on a normal day right, we're not that far from the city. I don't see any cars on the road here, man. But I do see, right, that looks like there's some crops there. It looks like there's also a lot of, like, are they able to farm stuff? Like, if they were, honestly, people are starving, they're gonna go and jack that food right there. Unless they're being watched, right? It looks like there's a lot of farmland over here. No, I don't believe the stuff that you believe what you read, yeah? You believe your teacher, your white teacher in your class talking about the way it is in Korea. Yo, Saturday school, y'all people need to wake the freak up, yeah? What is going on here? This is what I end up having to resort to, yeah? What is this? Dirt roads? What is this? Looks like a dirt road. This is not even a paved road over here. Okay, that's interesting. Dirt roads. Okay. Gardong Station. Okay, is there any... Okay, let's take a look at a, Look, I don't know too much about Korea, but we're gonna see... Also, there should be some kind of port city. Yeah? Okay. Right, if there's a river, right, something like this, right, anytime there's a geographic location where there's like a river coming out, there should be a city there, right? Something like this would probably have a city around it, right? You look at New York City. There's some development over here. Okay. There should be some ports coming in, some kind of shipping. Do not see any roads, do not see any cars on the ground here, yeah? You see any cars here? Nope. Okay, this is just the satellite, right? Okay. Maybe that's a car there. So the reports of North Korean poverty, just from a Google Maps view, seem to be somewhat, verified. This is not really, what could I really trust, right? Yeah. Oh, and what's this? Oh wait, holy is that a bus right? I think I see something, yeah? Okay, there's something over there. This road is nothing, okay. Let's take a look at North Korea, see if there's any restaurant. What else would, look, I'm social American, right? What do I know about this shit, yeah? The look for the temple was interesting. Okay, let me look for a restaurant. What? Palace of India. No, I'm back. This is actually back in New York City. No, this is New York City. Okay, this is. No, okay. I'm going to here, okay. And then where am I going to? Okay. Back to North Korea over here, okay. No, okay. What the? How do I do a search on this thing? Okay, I close that out, okay. There should be a way to search on this map. I mean, they're not going to be buying Google ads, right? I mean, there was some things listed. That was weird. Okay, let's take a look. Okay. Let's take a look over here, okay. This is South Korea. Okay, we see a car here. This seems like a major highway. It seems weird that there's no cars on the road here. There's a car here. You'd think there would be more traffic, right? Okay. Wow. Interesting. I mean, maybe that's the out of the way road, right? Let's go towards Seoul, right? There should definitely be like all kinds of. It should be definitely happening in place, right? Okay. Yeah. Right. We see. Yeah. You see all the cars here. Yeah. You see the parking lots filled up. Yeah. You can see the cars from here. You know what I mean? Yeah, you can see the activity. That's Seoul, right? Okay. Let's go to Pyongyang again. Look, do your own research. Vegetable Science Institute? What? There's a Vegetable Science Institute? What is this? Maybe we're in Pyongyang. We'll see more cars. Oh my God, there's cars here. Yeah. Okay. There's some cars here. This is North. Yeah, this is North Korea. Okay, so there are some cars here in the capital. Kumrung Leisure Complex. What is this? They got a fitness center. Yo, what is this? Who would Tongul Tours? What is this? Yo, okay. White guy. Why is that? Yo, maybe it's for the Russians? What is this? They got a Korean guy. He don't look starved. Maybe he's one of the middle class. Are the middle class doing all right? What is this? This is .com too. It's not .rs, not Russia. Okay, let's take a look at the DNS on this one. Tongil Tours. What is this? Okay, Tongil Tours. Is this also from Turkey? It's in the U.S. What? Amazon? Wow. Yo. New Dream. Yo, this is some weird ass shit. Like for real, right? Okay. Supposedly, right? Yeah. Yo, look, this is just random. I had no idea. This North Korean leisure sports gym has their website in the United States. What is this weird ass shit, bro? I don't believe none of this shit. I don't believe a damn thing. Nothing. Yo, don't trust nothing. What is this? Okay, let's see what else. Is there anything else of interest in here? Classification yard? What the freak is that, man? Kim Il-sung University. Oh my goodness. Tell me they have a web. Oh, they do. KP. Okay. .edu.kp. What is this? Okay. We're gonna go look at this website over here. Oh my, I can't read this shit. I'm so sorry. Yeah. That's the university. Okay. Wow. Hey, look, I read that there's a definite difference in the between the poor class and the upper class, and I think only the upper class people getting into this, yeah. But I hakbu kyo jikbun. This is Korean is phonetic, not like Japanese, not like Korean, yeah. They have an email address. What? Yo, they got a Gmail address. What the fuck is this? Oh my god, yo, I'm email Kim Il Sung University, really? Yo, I'm gonna say what's up. Oh my god, what is this? Yo, for real, right? What is this shit? Yo, this is crazy, right? Okay. Interview request. Okay, who is this guy again? Let's just bam, send, okay? I'm a Korean American with a political YouTube show. Significant political accomplishments. Okay, so we're about to send the email to Kim Il Sung University? Wow, that's crazy. What? Yo, they have a web page and they got a Gmail. What is this shit? Yo. Yo, this is crazy. Yo, you could do this for yourself, right? I had no idea. Yo, this is a crazy life. You can't make this shit up. How the fuck? Yo, what else? I just want to try one more. That was just too crazy. I mean, that's already like, I gotta go out. Is this a hotel? What is this? Oh, yeah, we already seen that shit. Okay. Is it Pyongyang? What? Okay. Okay. Is there another thing here? Okay, let's see. Wow. Look at all these roads here. That's serious. I'm gonna look for a lot of roads and shit, yeah? It looks like something's going on over here. I don't know what. Look at that. Pyongyang has. There's some activity here, but there's really not labeled. Are these like the ghettos and stuff that they talk about on the videos? Yo, on some of them videos, right? Like there's this one video that I watched earlier today. I'll try to bring that up on the screen. The dude definitely got a lot of people capped off and killed. You know what I mean? If the way that he presents the material is, the dude is not necessarily caring about the people that he's talking about in the video. Like. He just exploiting them, using them to, he killing off a lot of North Koreans if they really in that state that he talks about. It's really sad. But, that's just where my people ended up. Dandong? Okay, let's go see. It seems like something's going on over here. What is this? Okay, wow, okay. Machine gross. Let's go Xiaomin. That's actually Chinese. Wait, are we in China? Jiangjiapu? Yeah, that's China. Okay, wait, we went too far. We went to China. Hold up. Okay. Yeah. Okay, you went too far, man. Okay. Are there any more major areas? Pyongyang seems to be all the activity. Is there any other major city? Maybe this one over here? Yo, Kim Il Sung University. That would be interesting. Let's see what's up. I don't want to get freaking killed by freaking North Korean agents or some shit. That would fucking suck. But honestly, I'm more scared about the freaking aristocrats over here. Jimmy Dore's crew or freaking Grace Mang. Israelis, those who I'm more concerned about, but you never know. It could be anybody. Antifa, people unhappy with me because, the infiltrators in the movement have convinced their members that I'm, they got these people fighting racism by having white people attack Asian Americans. It's dumb as fucking shit. disgusting and wrong. Oh look, it looks like it. Okay, yeah, by a river. Oh, this looks like there's something going on here. I mean, I'm just surprised they have things labeled at all. I mean, in Pyongyang, maybe because like other people coming in, but yeah, like this seems to be like a big city. But yeah, like why would they have like restaurants and like things like that labeled here, right? Yeah, they don't. Yeah, right. Is there anything? Yeah, like it was really weird for me to see that Pyongyang had that. I mean, you know, that was weird though, right? Yo, that fitness center, yo, that was crazy. Alright, maybe I should just... I know no one's gonna watch this whole thing anyways, but I just want to have a record of my, the beauty salon, okay. I want to have a record of my work here, yeah. This is Russian, right? Yeah? Okay, so there is... Did we see this one already? Kiga Wancha Sports Club? What? Oh, this is their subway station or train station? Nothing. Okay, there's no pictures, nothing. Well, there was some interesting finds there. So, okay. Study house, Russian embassy, Workers' Party of Korea headquarters. You don't have a picture of that? Okay. Authentic Korean, Changwon butcher shop. Okay, the Oriental by Chonggun. Nothing. Okay, I got lucky. Okay, Pyongyang Grand Theater. Okay, there's a picture there. 62 photos. Hot damn. Is there a website? No. Okay. Where's all the people at? Yeah, there is something a little sus when there's no people in the pictures, right? Yeah, we're... Oh, there's people here. Okay, so... Alright, so... Alright. These may be... Now, the stories are that a lot of these pictures are cooked up. Might be, might not be. Something might leak through. They might not catch something, right? Yeah. Oh, shit. I don't think you normally see this in Western, right? Just some lady holding a gun. I mean, that's... like, I'm Westernized. I'm Americanized. Yeah, that's unexpected for me. Okay, they got a good number of buses. That's cool. They got tour buses and stuff. Okay. Wow. I heard electricity is a big deal in Korea. Okay, Koreans just chilling in the theater. Why would they put a picture of this lady frowning? I thought they're very image conscious. Who knows? Interesting. What's going on here? Oh, who's this guy? Alright. Where is this? This guy is from Africa? From India, okay. So this guy from India decided to post... He was in North Korea. Interesting. Oh, these are people from other countries that post these pictures. Okay, Zoran. Okay, who is this guy? Local guide level 10? They're from where? They're from... What is that? I don't... Maybe Indonesia? So people from Indonesia visiting North Korea? Okay. Interesting. Interesting, okay. Look at that. So if you guys want to learn more about Korea from just, you know, other stuff that's not really kind of like controlled information, then you could... Oh, the hospital. Okay, yeah, let's stick with the hospital. Okay, nothing. Yeah, I expect. Yeah, I heard some things about their medical systems over there. Yeah, they got an elevator thing, elevator factory. Okay, University of Light Industry. Okay, one more university. Let's see. Do they have anything? Nothing. Okay. All right. Well, let's go and blast off this email to the Kim Jong. Yeah. Okay. Queen American activist. Interested in interview. I'd like to learn more about what's going on. second generation Korean American, and my mom is from North Korea. Please don't fucking kidnap me. Look, I don't know. Look, I'm born here, you know what I mean? I heard all these crazy stories about North Korea, about how they're freaking savages and shit, you know what I mean? What do I know, man? But I know, like, the way that the U.S. not really helping me address the racism against me. I know the progressive left don't give a fuck about me. The U.S. and am aware of the hypocrisy of U.S. Policy. Interested, thank you for your time. Hope to hear from you soon. Okay, so look, I'm gonna shoot this off. That was an interesting little another rabbit hole dive into the whole Korea situation. I do have the reunification event is coming up next. Oh, let's go to Twitter right here. Okay. Okay. So you will see that I've actually, let me show that I've also emailed, what is this, Nota Tool multiple times. Okay, they're not getting back to me, right? Yeah. They have presence at the People's Forum. The People's Forum controlled by Medea Benjamin, who, because of their ties to Jimmy Dore, the Jimmy Dore Network, they've told all the people that I'm trash. Even though Nick Brana, there's widespread evidence of his theft and corruption. Nobody gives a fuck. It's quite sad. Okay, here's my thing, okay? Yeah? Let's see, okay, where's my... Okay. Where is my stuff here? Okay. Profile. Okay. I go to tweets. Okay, let's go to... Can I search for... Okay. So let's go look for Nota Tool. Okay, it's quite a ways back. Okay, I've hit them a bunch of times. That's Crackhead Barney. Big fan of Crackhead Barney. Chris Marte doing stuff. And yeah, okay, that's about the anti-war movement that had no inclusion of Koreans, right? Yeah. Asking about, right, asking the Libertarian Party, right? Yeah. Talking to a lot of people asking for justice on this. No one replying, right? Because justice for a Korean American, you must be fucking dreaming. They don't give a fuck about us, right? Showing the evidence of the theft of you know, of Brana's theft, yeah, showed it that you know, Koreans are just really taught to trust authority, and that's really leads to a lot of problems. Okay. Okay. Fuck you and your media blackballing of me. Okay. There's more. I know I've definitely hit them more times than this. Yeah. Okay. This is more recent. Okay. Down later. There's gotta be. Yeah. I've definitely hit them on different issues. There's no question about it. Julie won. You know, Fight for Nitra, talking about this person who's actually has brain cancer. She's struggling through stuff. Yeah, this one over here, Peace in Ukraine, right? Yeah, this. Oh, they put Riley Park here. Yeah, he's my replacement. They've done a lot of replacement of me, right? Yeah. I know Nota will be used to manufacture support for this event. Medea Benjamin is a millionaire. Right, that's back on March 18th. I've been addressing this a lot of times, right? Yeah. Look at the extent of work that I have in terms of addressing, like, Assange. You know what I mean? Look at my activist background. Look at how much I've achieved, right? Yeah, they don't want me. That's why they're raising this guy up, right? Yeah. What has this guy achieved for, right? I don't want to be down on him, and yeah, there is some worth to. I'm down to share it, right? Yeah. I'm not saying cut him out. I'm saying include him too, but don't exclude me. I would not exclude Riley Park. I would welcome him as a potential new, right, recruit. But they don't want me. They are literally excluding me on purpose, right? What is that? Anyways, okay, I got a call to make. Yeah, maybe I'll have a call from. I'm supposed to be maybe in a meeting with National Action Network soon. Yeah, see what's up. to maybe address wrongful convictions. Alright folks, so I hope you enjoyed. This is definitely a relevant issue, and I hope that y'all, thank you for your time. I'm going to check the chat one more time, see if anybody posted any questions or anything like that. I know it was tough to watch for such a long time. Part of the National Action Networks, part of the thing that they do to, we need to salute details for you're having fun, it sounds like. Not really, but it really sucks. But part of the issue of being denied, right? Yeah, any addressing your concerns is as time goes on, the number of concerns that you have builds up, and then it becomes like, oh, we can't help you because there's just too many problems. If it ain't one excuse, it's another. We couldn't help with the problems before, and now you have too many problems, so now we can't help you. Oh my God. Korea, China, y'all. After this, I'm making another video. I'm gonna show myself sending the email. I'm gonna send this to every consulate, every ambassador. I'm gonna send this to all. I'm gonna send this to Kim Jong Il University, whatever the fuck the name of that fucking university. I'm sending right. Yeah, I'm sending to every Indonesia, India, everybody. Yeah. You ain't got time for my pain and suffering. Maybe I'll find someone who will. Yeah? Keep ignoring my shit. Keep allowing me to roll in the dirt. Yeah? I'm too lazy, ugly, and stupid to be an activist, huh? Yeah? Maybe Riley Park's gonna work harder than me, huh? Yeah? Go ahead. Fuck you. I'ma see you. Bye.